That should be good. There we go. And we should be live on YouTube as well. The quality seems a bit low. Can we get... Yeah, that seems to work. The chat did not get through, as far as I can tell. Connection error state. Let me try to refresh the chat. Let's try this again. Sorry to Twitch, who've seen this already. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Alright. Welcome to the stream. So, just a quick overview. I'm currently nailing down a few bugs before releasing the current beta to production, and then it's gonna be basically full steam ahead on getting the mobile version ready. And there's been two things that have been cropping up. One, that's both of which I've sort of encountered here and there, but they haven't been really easy to reproduce. But I'd like to tackle them, or at the very least, add some extra logging code or debugging code to make it easier to kind of record when it happens. So bug one is actually not a bug in my app, but it's a bug in a browser. And I've seen a specific bug report from like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago for Firefox, I believe, that apparently then was fixed. And 2 years ago or a year ago came back again. And it basically screws with the loading order of scripts on the page. And very few people are reporting this. But basically when it happens, the page shows up with a 404 error, because right now that's a catch-all. In the future, I'll improve that. But it just means, you know, it doesn't load the scripts in the correct order, and, you know, the scripts can't work that way. So scripts loaded out of order. And I think it's the only reason why it came up recently is because I recently added the defer attribute to the scripts, and that basically lets the browsers load all the scripts simultaneously, but then they're supposed to execute them in order. And 100% of the time when I try it, that's exactly what happens. And this bug basically causes the scripts to potentially load things out of order, often related to files being cached or not cached or whatever. I've had more reports in Safari, so I'm going to try. I have a remote window into my macOS laptop. Now I'm going to have a look at that. And the other bug is related to the undo system. And it's a complex system, so I'm not surprised it still has bugs in there. But there's basically an intermittent issue where line colors get changed. So when you're drawing lines with different colors, and then you undo through them, the colors get changed. And I believe, so let me write that down. Line colors are forgotten during undo/redo. And I think the reason that's intermittent is because as the game runs, every 100 or so actions, it takes a snapshot of the whole board. And that's basically for performance reasons. So basically when you're undoing one step, and you're 2,000 actions into the board, normally it would basically have to replay 1,999 actions. But since it has a state recorded every 100 actions, at most it only has to replay 100 actions, because it can jump back to the state 100 actions ago and then replace actions from there onwards. And I think there must be a bug that happens when we're crossing these boundaries, right? And there were other bugs in the past that also were related to that, and it always makes it really hard to debug because it makes it intermittent and very hard to reproduce. So even if I don't get to fix this bug, because it's very rare, so it's not like a high priority thing, but I do want to create a little bit of a sort of debugging tool where I can, first of all, I want to be able to have a setting so people can just set the kind of the state to record a state every frame, or no state at all or something. I don't know which one would fix it, right? Because I'm guessing the bug happens when the undo crosses that boundary between one state and one saved state. So let's say, you know, if you're at state 100 and you're undoing from 101 down to 99, that's a, you know, problem. And then there's also various undo actions which undo multiple actions and action groups, right? Especially with the line tool. So for example, drawing a red line can potentially be a color change action, put a line here, put a line here, put a line here, put a line here, put a line here. And then, it could be a group of 10 actions or something, including a start action group, an end action group action, etc., etc. So it can get kind of complex and fancy there. So it's definitely worth adding some tooling in there to make it easier to track this stuff. So first of all, I basically, to be able to open the site that I have running on this machine, I'm basically just using the local IP so I could run it from the Mac. But I'm getting a 404 error already here, which is very strange. And ironically, I'm not getting this on the Mac. On the Mac it loads. So there's definitely something different. Now this is not the bug that people are reporting, but it might guide me towards something. If I have a reproduction, I'm sure I could work around it. It might require a lot of effort, and I don't really want to spend a lot of effort on this because there's a lot of problems about loading the app and the startup procedure and timings and so on. And I definitely want to overhaul all of that, but I do need to finish the mobile app update first. So that's something that happens after that. So I don't want to spend a lot of time ahead of it, All right, let's have a look, because I've optimized this recently, like a couple of months ago, 2 months ago, or in the last 3 months. So maybe that change made it more likely for this bug to come out, this browser bug, But obviously, if enough people experience that, it's not something I can just ignore. So let's have a look. 5242 in scripts. And here we're looking at production and staging. I don't know why I was comparing these two. Staging. Production stage. Yeah, let's forget that for a moment. In fact, let's forget all of these for a moment. I'm just going to put that down here. Let's make sure that's on the stream. It's just our little what's going on today list, right? And we're going to start at the beginning. And are we in staging? Yes. And we're going to go to line 5242. And let me know if anything isn't quite big enough or hard to read, right? So this is kind of the initialization. And this also should be in a different file, but we'll get to that after the mobile update. So it's not something I want to look into right this minute. So framework calls init settings here. So let's see when this kicks in. So let's put that in here. Just so we know, okay, that's running, right? Then framework init settings. We have an error. So we have an error in here somewhere that gets caught here. Okay, that's why it's reported there. All right. This could be something I've just added recently because I've added some additional debugging code and just reorganized a few things. And I found that because I had that was the bug I was really tracking down. There were some settings that sometimes weren't restored properly. And I think there was a sort of async problem where sometimes settings got loaded after they were used, and then they were just getting overwritten anyways. So I tried to reorganize that a little bit, but I might have broken something. That was a recent change. But that is, again, this is not the bug I think that the other people are seeing, because that is not on production yet. But this bug might be, right? So, lots of little things interacting here. So we're in line 460. Can I read property of null? Reading selection. So next settings is null here. Okay, so the reason, okay. So the reason for that is this, this key just doesn't exist yet on this IP address, right? So this basically what would happen to a person first visiting the site. So that's definitely something we need to change. So here, let's see. Because I thought it would be caught with this piece. Oh, wait, it would get caught and then it would just return garbage. So we probably don't want that, right? So we're not actually dealing with this coming back as null properly. Get data. We need to handle this being null. Okay, so that's basically all we need to do. All right, okay. And let's make sure that still works on the Mac. Bring this out here. And yeah, that still loads the same way. Why does that have digits? Why does that have given digits in? What the heck? SCF by... Wait, what? That's wrong as well. Haha, okay. Well, one thing at a time, right? So that should fix this thing. And I don't think we need to do anything else. We don't need to do this. And we probably don't need to... Oh, yeah, actually, I'd be curious. Yeah, of course, it runs first. So if I do this, so now we should only have this one change. Let's close these. All right, and we're just gonna version bump that and deploy that. Okay, run bump miner. Nope, nope, not bump miner. Oh, patch. Let's hope it didn't already edit the files. Ugh, because I Control-C'd out of the script, but I don't know. Oh, I didn't just corrupt some files. Come on. So that should now be bumped on the patch version. Load, load, handle, no local storage, settings. That's basically all we're doing with this one. All right. Now I need to figure out why it thinks. So I'm guessing SCF is the encoding for these, but it's not removing, you know, the SCF format prefix correctly before decoding the data. So that's kind of odd. That's kind of odd. Let me just double check on the chat. All right. If you're on Discord and you're telling me something that I don't see in the stream chat, please let me know on Discord as well, because the stream chat sometimes screw up and I wouldn't know. Because I'm using a tool to kind of look at both chats at the same time. All right. Oh, I'm so loud. So we gotta look into the SCF decoding, right? So that's under puzzle tools, right? So decode SCF. So I'm guessing this comes in as the letters SCF here. Yeah. And this comes from load puzzle in script.js as expected. No, that's empty. Line 5 to 528. 5218. So this doesn't remove the so I think I recently tried to load an fpuzzles with an fpuz extension, which should work, but didn't work. And the reason is it's actually passing the prefix through, and the far end in here strips only fpuzzles. So if we're looking at fpuzzles decoder, and we look down to load puzzle, yeah, it does this. So for now, I think we can hard code this in here as that. Then it should, well, it won't work like that. We'll need to do this, 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 like that. Fpuz. Question response to there. So it doesn't actually do this correctly. Did I not implement this here? Fpuz. Get puzzle format. And if I do this, what does it tell us? Puzzle ID, fpuzz. Get puzzle is remote. Why does it think it's remote? REF puzzle Sudoku. I didn't implement that yet? I thought that was already implemented. And I'm guessing that we have the same problem here. Find F puzzles. Yeah. So we should really have a little something that gets rid of the prefix. So we should have something like const strip prefix puzzle. And it should be something like F puzzle replace with this. Right. And then we'll just do strip prefix here. Here. If puzzle package. Clean puzzle package. How far do I want to dive into this here? Because I thought I had implemented more of this. REF puzz prefix. Now that's actually here, isn't it? REF puzz prefix. Here. Right, because we kind of want this. Right. So if we do RE replace, we do this, we want to replace it with $1, like that. And then we can do REF as prefix on the match here. And it will blow up fixed puzzle slashes. So I'm guessing fixed puzzle slashes has a similar thing here. No. Fixed puzzle slashes. Why? Does it call itself cursively? Decompress puzzle. Fix slashes load puzzle. 5196. Why would that even work with the full prefix? I don't really see that because the full prefix needs to be stripped at this point, right? Fix slashes load puzzle 52222. So we're going in here, load puzzle. It runs fix slashes here. And that's a local function. Fix slashes. Format. Ugh. I see. Yeah. We can't do that. This is so annoying. Fix slashes, because fix slashes expects the format string to be passed in. Because it might want to redirect here. There's a fly here in my face. I think I got it. All right. I'm gonna make this a little bigger. I'm running out of space here, and these lines are kind of long. So we have two ways of changing this. We can fix what we're passing in there and calculate the correct format down here, or we can make this more tolerant. So fix slashes is being called here. Yeah, we're doing exactly that here, actually. And I'm surprised, one second, I'm surprised I'm not just using the exact same code. Right, because these are basically equivalent. Yeah. So these two lines, we kind of want to do the same thing. For reference. And I'm surprised I'm not actually just using this. Probably because we wanted to pull this out. And this doesn't give us that. And in fact, we have to be careful because this doesn't act the same way unless we do this. Because here it just gives us that. Right. Oh, I didn't want to scroll up there. So, get puzzle format. Yeah, I probably did this because I just want to quickly here. Let's do the exact same thing here for now. Because I probably would, it's probably better if I make these generic regular expressions to return both. Return the prefix as the first element and then the data as the second. But then wherever I'm using them, I'll probably have to change how I do it. So we want to do this here. Like that. Right. And that should do the trick. Now, where is this being used? Here, test, replace. And if I search in all files, basically we'd have to change every replace. The test would still work. So what I'm saying is if we change this to capture the prefix like this, for both of these, right? So wherever we're using this with a replace, we'd have to now get the second element. So test, replace, this becomes a 2. And that's kind of a slightly bigger change that I would like, but not crazy. And the other one, so we have this, and this should also now become a 2. Right? Should also become a 2. And then match and test should work the same way. All right. And now if we go back down to where we were earlier, we should now be able to use this here and this here. Whoop. And we probably want to change that from RE fpuzzle Sudoku to RE fpuz prefix. RE puzzle replace with nope. Replace that with ref puz prefix. Replace. Don't know which files are being changed. Kind of worried that nothing works anymore now. Nope, it works. Okay. So we should be able to change maybe this one as well. RE SCL Sudoku and change it to prefix. Place all. Okay. It's also being used here. SCL prefix number 2. All right. All right. Shouldn't need that anymore. And these should basically be the same ones now. We have this fixed slashes in here. And then at the end we have parse and unzip. The only difference are these middle ones. And that now works. The question is, what change did we do here now? Do I need to update that? Let's get rid of the debugging logging. Hey Mark, how are you doing? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. We have strip prefix. Sorry, fbus prefix. So we probably want to return these as well. So if I get rid of that, get rid of that, rid of that. So now we can do this, and we can do this, I believe. And then we can just do this up here. Yeah. In the future, I would like to have a plugin architecture, so all formats can be handled sort of with a similar interface, and then every format just has to have to implement a particular plugin. And then the code would be easier to share as well. Load puzzle is not defined at this point. Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Because this file... Wait, oh, because... Wait. Why would that not be available yet? This should load before script.js, shouldn't it? Uh-huh. Let's see. If I put this here, and I put something here, which one will run first? This gets run first. But load puzzle is not defined yet. How is that possible? Oh, load f puzzle, because I got that wrong. Okay, and now it's broken again. That is weird. Did I? Oh, because I think, yeah, this doesn't have this format yet. Which of course now means we have to change that. Match still works. All right. All right. Small changes, but overall I think this is a qualitative improvement. And a very, very minor code quality increase. All right, so that works now. We can go back to our narrow view here. And 5216 down here. So that should now work. And I think that's just a straight up improvement and clean up. And it should now work with fpus and fpuzzles the same. Like this. Yes. Okay, back to where we were earlier. We were looking into the SCF issue. So this wasn't stripping the prefix correctly, and I have to do a build a version of the thing of the bundle file. Remind me of that. All right, so we're decoding this starting from 5217, and I just closed it here. And it doesn't do the prefix stripping here. Now, did it used to do this? That's the question I have here. I guess not. So why am I not stripping the SCF here? I'm guessing it expects the prefix to be stripped. So this must have been broken ever since. And why would I have not noticed that? Wait, I need a actual SCF data. Why would this, is this correct or not? Maybe it gets stripped if the other tags are present. Let's dig into that for a moment. Let's see. So, SCF includes given yada yada add title plus SCF RESF format. So it does ignore this here. I think it's this plus here that's the issue. So I think if there's no constraint, if there's nothing after the prefix, it basically treats the, it doesn't do anything, right? It just returns the prefix. Yeah, so if there's something after the SCF, i.e. this plus works. If the plus doesn't work, this, what will that give us? I'm not sure actually. If we do this, SCF data comes back as that. And the match, how does that work? Oh, because I'm treating this as optional and it doesn't consume it then because this has a plus here. All right, so this needs an asterisk like that. And now it should consume the SCF. Right, and now the SCF data is blank and we're back to the original behavior. And that is a completely separate bug. That also was introduced when I did that cleanup on the file formats, but because I'm the only one using SCFs and I haven't used the blank SCFs for testing in a while. Okay. I thought other people might be using the blank SCFs as well. Strange that they didn't report that issue. Alright, I'm gonna push this because that's just a general fix to something that I've introduced there and nobody noticed, so that's unfortunate, but it happens. There's so many nooks and crannies in this app that very few people regularly use most of them. So we need to create the bundle, and by God, I don't remember how to do that. It's been a while. FCA, so you're spinning, remember, send production, pop minor. I don't have the bundle in my NPM scripts. That's kind of careless. So there's a script in here that does the bundling. And I don't remember exactly how. Bundle builder. And create index bundles. So I just need to run that, I believe. Really, do I not have anything about bundles? No. Alright. So let's say build bundles. Bundle builder. So if we do npm run build bundles, what do we get? And I believe I might have to get rid of my extra biddies here. Like that. No such staging. Oh, it is expecting to be run from the scripts folder. That's also unfortunate. I should be able to tell it which, let me see, which path to run from. npm run given path. Can I do this here? Should work. npm start -- prefix. Run prefix. npm run prefix. npm run prefix. npm run prefix. Prefix. Print the local prefix to standard output. This is the closest container package. Yada yada. I don't want to print it. npm run with prefix. npm script from another directory. Use prefix. Okay, but what is this path? Is this the path it will use? So we should be able to do no, we want We want the script itself to determine this. All right. I guess we'll have to do cd scripts and node bundle builder. Maybe that. Okay. It creates these bundles, which then should live. So this was updated. Okay, so that's that update, that update. All right, so now we should be able to go back to running from the bundles. Like this. I really need to automate this process a little bit better. And that should still work. Not on this one. On this one. Okay. And this should also work. Okay. And yeah. I also need to review the defaults and all that stuff. All right, let me make sure all the chats are still working. Everybody feel comfortable? So. And now we have a whole bunch of changes, and that's part of the reason I don't really like bundles. Like these, I don't think I'm even using. I think only the pus patcher that's the only bundle I actually care about. So I'm gonna remove these for now. We just built all of them, but I'm not using them right now. I need some time to set that up. These three, right? I can get rid of these. That's the only one we care about. Oh, and this one. SudokuPad.bundle.html. Why would it create this file? I mean, all that would do is... Oh, does it replace... Did I add that as a function that it replaces the... Yeah, it just removes all of this stuff. Yeah, I don't want that, actually. Bundler does a bit more than I want. So we can discard these. It should just delete the files. All right. So what we got? We got updates to the prefixes for SCL and FPath. Clean them up a little bit. We have a minor fix to the SCF format parsing. We have a bundle of all these. We have an export of the prefix regex from the fpuzzles loader itself. And we have some updates or some fixes elsewhere where we're renamed a few things. So this should all be prefixed now, yada, yada, yada. And that should all still work. I definitely need to do a thorough test to make sure that BG image feature still works. And that is definitely a minor update bump rather than a patch. Which also means we need to manually remove the patch because that's something my bump script still doesn't do. I really need to fix that as well. So that goes back to 0. 341.0, and we'll do the same on, where are we? Staging, script, 0.341, .0. And that should now be our new version. See, that's a third bug. That's a bonus bug, you know? I was looking at 2 bugs and I found one that nobody has noticed yet. Clean up. The problem with that is that this really needs more testing, so I can't really do the release. I was hoping to do the release. I've been testing this for a week now, and I've been really wanting to do this release. I thought it was ready before I left for my trip. But I thought, you know, it needed a bit more testing, especially because of some of these changes that won't get hit by a lot of people. It looks like I was right about that. Also, my desk is a bit high. All right. And I'm getting hot. So, fix some format prefix issues. Fix a minor. They are minor since people weren't noticing them, right? We'll do these only. And then this is an unversion change. Add bundle builder script. Well, entry. run entry. There we go. All right. So now we can get to actually looking into what we wanted to look into, which is... Okay, so that bug is gone now. Okay. So that was the empty SCF, which is, I think, Mark, what you were messaging me about. So now the question is, can we get this to break over here? And, you know, I don't know how I would go about this. So maybe if I make it, if I throttle this, and then I can, and I can mess with cache enabling and disabling. Where would I set? Oh, that was trash can. I didn't really want to go throw it all away, but that's what happened. Where would I throttle? Where would I throttle? Normally that would be in the network tab. I think I'm gonna have to look this up. Mac OS Safari DevTools throttle. How do we throttle stuff? Throttle settings, okay. Oh, really? You can't throttle in Safari? Can I just look for that? Is that a thing that exists? All right, that worked. That's web searches. Yeah. Also, why is there a moon here? Ah, okay. So we cannot condition the network situation. Now, people were saying this bug kicks in when it's cached, so maybe we don't want to disable the cache. But it could also be just loads too quickly. But it clearly keeps loading them in order. All right, so let's try this with a remote file that was actually reported to not have been working. So yesterday, I think Clover mentioned a particular puzzle. These are always to be done. No, do I have to open at the time it triggers the problem? I open DevTools afterwards. Way more often than in Firefox, it seems. When online calls different half of the time. Clover is normally a April and high latency internet link, and I'm in New Zealand. It's 150 plus just due to distance. Let's see. Which is the puzzle URL? So Clover did not post the puzzle that was hit, but Ewan did. Maybe Clover was referring to the same puzzle, I guess. All right. Paste and go. Let's see. And she said it didn't hit on with the dev, like she didn't have DevTools open. The problem is they always say it hits on the first time, but not on the second time. So maybe I can enable and or disable caching to see it. All right, and if I disable caching, so you see, they load them all simultaneously, but they should always execute in order. So it seems like I still cannot reproduce this. And it loads all of these simultaneously, exactly how it should, but then it's loading, it's executing them in order. Let's see, and on here, can I have developer tools? So network, disable cache. So let's try it with the cache disabled. Yeah, let's bring this over to the right. Ooh, very squishy. All right, so cache disabled, no problem, no problem. And cache enabled, cache enabled. Still nothing. Could it be that my internet connection is too fast? Slow 3G. Let's see. It could be something about when the files come in that mess with the script execution order. Again, all of those are browser bugs because the browser you cannot expect code to execute in a random order and then function correctly. That is not how code works. All right. There it comes. No. If I disable the cache, what does that look like? So this should be a fresh load, as if it's being loaded the first time on a slow 3G connection. So 150 latency and much more. Yeah, nope, still executing in order. Still completely executing in order. Do I have Firefox on here? I should have. Yeah, all right, update that one. Probably update this one as well. It's been a while. Oh, come on. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right, give me... Can I... What? In the Firefox and choose about Firefox. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. So far, I cannot reproduce this thing. I'm just gonna drop a message in Discord. Hey, Mark, let's start enters to the scripts. Let's people to shit. Mark, it doesn't matter. I know that they're obviously not getting executed in order. Like, I need it to be reproducible, right? I need to know exactly what's going on. But I know that it's obviously from the messages, you know, they're not executing, right, in that order. I've seen the bug reports from the browsers, right? But if I can't reproduce it, like, I cannot verify that it's actually happening. Maybe these people have very old versions. Maybe they're using Firefox 40 from 10 years ago, you know, I don't know. So, for example, if I can verify that they're using a bugged version, then there's nothing to fix. Just tell them to update, and then that's it, you know? Like, having logs that tell me what I already know isn't gonna help. Like, it's not something... Like, if the beginning and the end of the scripts overlap, which they are, because, you know, the script executes before the other one, there's nothing I can do about it, right? I cannot magically make the script execute earlier, right? All right, I don't think I can get too much further here. I was hoping I could reproduce this. Now let's just check Firefox. That's the one that I haven't checked yet. Don't need that one. And then we want to go to Firefox. Where's Firefox? Here we go. Paste and go. And we want DevTools here as well. Tools. More tools. Whoever came up with more tools. All right, DevTools. Take it to the right. Give me More space, network, and console. Okay, let's try it with caching. Okay, no problemo. No disabled cache. Mark, the logs will only confirm what we already know. That the scripts overlap and aren't executing in order, right? Like, what else could a start and end of script log say? Unless you're expecting that the scripts are executing in order and somehow magically the global variables are still undefined and don't exist afterwards. Which I very, very, very seriously doubt that that's even a possibility. Especially since this matches exactly the bug reports that I found. Like, perfectly, exactly what they are. Let's change. Do we have throttling? Yeah, here we go. Regular 2G. So that's about as slow as we can make it, right? Now, it's obviously there's always a possibility that artificial throttling disables the bug, basically, right? So especially if it's a browser bug, it could be that whatever DevTools are doing, that they're hooking into a system in a way that doesn't cause that to happen. Because one of the interactions I've noticed, especially from the bug description on the Firefox bug tracker, is that it seems to be related to async calls from within the scripts. And I'm obviously doing them when I'm loading remote data and things like that. All right. I mean, obviously it's loading slowly, but it's not executing out of order. It's loading too slowly for my taste. Come on. Oh my gosh. Wait a second, it says it's finished. Wait a second, what's going on here? Did we finally find something? Or did it time out? Oh, what's going on here? No, there it is. Okay. Regular 3G. Enable caching. The only thing that's confusing me is that the bug seems to say that if it's cached, it's triggering it. While people say that when they refresh, it doesn't happen. So it seems to happen to them when it's not cached, rather than when it's cached, which is kind of the opposite behavior from the bug. But since it's kind of triggered by caching, it's very likely that whatever they've been doing, whatever regression they're facing, you know, and obviously every browser using the same engine on macOS might explain why all of them get this bug on macOS. All right, well, I'm chasing a phantom here, so I'm gonna put this aside for now and go to bug number 2, which is the line colors under redo situation. And I'm going to also start with the blank SCF there. I hope it's not related to the complexity of the puzzle itself. So we need two things, right? We need access to the... So we want, I want to, in terms of debugging tools, I want to be able to modify the setting of the interval of the saved states. Oh yeah, wait, and we have, I believe I have a bugged state that has had this issue. Now, obviously, I can't know for sure if loading in a bugged state will actually reproduce it, because it could be that the bug only exists in memory. So when it's saved out, it basically doesn't save the bug. In fact, I don't think it does, because in this replay, there's only one color of lines. So it obviously... let's see. Yeah. I think what I want to do first is kind of... let's reload that again. What I want to do first is output the replay and then show where in the replay certain things happen, right? So, I wish the replay was already in an external file. But we'll just have to do That's 2, 5. Is that what I wanted, or 4? I think it's 5. Maybe it's 4. Oh man, this file is not well organized. Maybe it's 3. Ah, okay, it's 3. I thought it used to be 4 or 5. All right. I was talking about the collapse levels. Here we go. So here's where we're encoding and decoding the replay. And we have, when we're loading the replay from our replay feature, let me have a look at that first. Maybe that's where we should start, because I don't think I'm actually storing the replay data as it comes in. It just gets converted into in-memory ongoing stuff. And I don't think that's a perfect match to what the replay data is as it comes in. Replay save, right? So load payload. So this is loads the replay data in. So we're loading the puzzle. First we're updating the URL. And this is restart puzzle, load progress, replay. Okay. So we have a payload here, which contains the puzzle and the replay. And then we have a replay data here. And if I do this and bring this in, boom, we have this, and then we have the replay, which is this. And this goes straight into puzzle.load progress. And that's here. And here we are decoding it, loading it in, but this data is thrown away. Okay. So if I just, so let's see, progress here is parse. We're parsing the JSON. Okay, it's already JSON, that's fine. And then here's where we're decoding it. Okay. So technically, this is not a replay, this is progress. But I called it replay. So that's a little annoying. I don't want to change that now, I think. Because the progress itself contains replay data. Wait a second. Progress.replay. Load progress. Because this does not have a .replay thingamajig. If progress.replay. I'm a bit confused. Load progress. Oh, okay. We have. Okay, that is the replay. All right. I'm an idiot. Okay, so that's. That is exactly what we need. Let's see. So we'll do this. And I wish I need to come up with a way of automating this so I don't always have to drag a silly file in here. Replay decoded. All right, so we have our action list here. And what I'd like to know is we now have, as we load this replay in, we have a set of states. So if we look at, and is that on screen? No, it's off screen. One sec, let me just bring this up a little. There we go. Make this a bit bigger. And I get rid of the timestamps. We have a little bit more space. No, timestamps should be here. So framework.app.puzzle.replay stack replay dates. I don't know what I call them. Puzzle dot progress, save progress, replay actions, replay Yada yada. Actions. It's just all the decoding stuff. And this is some of the oldest code in here, actually. It was a complex system that I built fairly early on, and I'm very grateful I did, but it really is due for an overhaul. Redo stack, replay stack. Load progress, yada yada. I'm looking for where we're relying on our saved states. So, going through the undos. State stack, state stack, state stack. Here we go. State stack. Boom. All right. So we have 4 states, states here in the state stack. And actions is the number of actions, I believe, ahead of the stack. So this is the undo and redo. Test undo, no. Yeah, I have that test undo. I don't know if it's still relevant, but we need something like that again. Because I was like, I had a bit of a load tester for that stuff built in. Get last state actions. Get last state actions. Length. So the last state, and it grabs the actions, alright. Log undo. If yada yada. Okay, state stack this dot create state. Create state. So what does it do? So actions is basically the number of actions that are represented by this state. And it's not like it's occupying anything. It's literally, you know, actions for 100 means that this state should represent what happens if you replay actions 0 to 400. Right. No, 0 through 999, because it's using the length. And maybe that's all there is. Maybe that's the bug, right? It could be something as silly as that. So one thing I would like to do is, and there's this flag again, I'd like to be able to replay, basically do a verification. Okay, this fly is like right in my face. Somewhere. So close, like it comes so close up into my face that I can't see it, which is very annoying. I'd like to run something that would replicate this state, basically, and then compare them, right? So basically serialize the state, you know, get the JSON string, then reset the puzzle, and then replay the replay, you know, actions 102, and then see if we're getting the same state, because that's how it should be, right? So, I guess what we can do is, so after load progress, we should be able to do something like framework app.puzzle.date stack.length. Right? So right after this await, this should be populated. Let's see if that's true. Do I bring? Nope. Okay. First of all, let me just get rid of this pause on the start, because that's gonna get old very fast. So yeah, we have state stack length is 4. And every time we're creating a state, we can actually write this, log this out as well. If I do this, no, it is already just a number here. So we should be able to do this. Load, and boom. And I feel like if I just bring this in here, I should be able to do something with this manually. So if I do something like, let's just do this. Like if I do something like this in here, without misspellings, then that should give me all of this, and then I can do dot replay. That should give me just the replay data. right? And then that should be equivalent to what I'm doing in here. Right. I do this and this, and let's get some syntax highlighting in here. And we'll do a async closure here. That we'll then execute. Right? Should be able to do this. Puzzle is not defined. Const puzzle app dot framework app. Do that. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, and then we can do maybe do this. Let or const saved progress equals this. Then we can just do this and make it all a little bit more readable. Now I can just paste that in here and I can replicate that piece of information. Now this is weird. Do I need to reset it manually before restart puzzle? Maybe I do. Nope. Let's go here. So maybe we need to do this. Is that async? No. I'll do this. That is weird. Wait a second. Did I get the same effect when loading the replay? Like, these numbers don't make sense to me. Or is that because of undos? Is it because of undos? Alright, so that's the sort of thing I actually want to dig into. So there could just be so many undos in there that states get created and also popped off again. So if I do state stack dot pop, we're popping the state stack here. And see if that happens anywhere else. No. And state stack dot length. Are we manipulating that anywhere? Equals 0. No. State set dot length greater than 0. Like, I'm just checking if there's somewhere where we're, you know, state set dot length minus or anything like that. It doesn't seem to be the case. Let's go back to here. Right. So if I refresh this now, we got 2 pops here. So we get to 104, then we are popping 102, 23, 302, 405, 503, yada yada yada. Okay, so now the interesting thing would be to track what color the line tool is at any particular time when these pops happen. Because the line tool is one of the few tools that actually has its own ongoing state it's tracking for the line color. And that's kind of important. It's part of the state stacks, really. So framework.app.puzzle.state stack. So these should have line tool pen color. Here we go. Pen color 4, pen color 4, pen color 1, 4, 4, 4. Right. So when we're popping it, or when we're creating it, you probably want to do something like this. State dot. Oh, I wonder if this is happening asynchronously. Oh, maybe that's what's happening. Because I'm firing an event that allows for this interaction. But it could be that the stored state at that point is already being used elsewhere. All right, tools pen. So this should be listening to the, oh my god, this is a really old tool. All right, so this should be listening to the create state. Create state. So this assigns the pen color to the tool. Now, I don't think this has happened. I don't know. I was going to say, I don't think it happens synchronously. But to be honest, I don't really know. So let's see. So it would be state dot... where were we? State dot pen color. So I'm just looking now. So pen color is 4, then becomes 1. It's on this one, then 1 on this one. So it initially was 4 and then becomes 1. 4, 4, 4, 4. And... maybe I'm not reading the pen color correctly? Maybe I'm not It could be that when I'm restoring the state, because the pen, this tracks its own pen color, doesn't it? Like, how does, we're storing it in the, maybe I'm not expressing myself right. Basically, I've made sure that I'm saving the pen color in the state, but when I'm restoring the state, I'm probably not changing the pen color in the pen tool. So let's see if we have access. So tool pen dot tool dot pen dot state. So we have two colors, state color and selected color. So we have state color and selected color. Ooh. Set state color. Where's that being used? Oh, I am using it here. The question is, when I'm loading a state, am I setting the pen color here? Maybe that is the bug. Let me think. When we're loading the state, create state, apply state. So puzzle.apply state. So apply state happens a lot. When does apply state happen? Click undo. Oh yeah, so every time an undo is fired, it needs to do apply state. Oh, and then it fires apply state, and then I'm guessing we're supposed to handle that here. Handle apply state. Boom. Could that be out of sync, basically? So I'm guessing, ultimately, we'll end up with a bunch of set state colors up here. Like that. This is kind of complicated. Yeah, the thing is, I need to know what browsers they are, because I have not been able to reproduce it on any... I've tried macOS Windows, I've tried Safari, Edge, Chrome, I've tried with slow connection simulation with and without caches. So the problem is, it could be that they're just using an old browser. Maybe they haven't updated in 20 years, right? If that's the case, then okay, they just need to update the browser. They have a buggy browser. But if not, well, what's the difference between their system and mine, right? Maybe it's just I have a good connection, and maybe it's something tied to speed. I don't know. I know, but like, if, for example, if it's Chrome on macOS, it could still be the same bug because all the browsers on macOS are forced to use the Safari engine. So if Safari has the bug, then they'll also have the bug, right? And it might be fixed by just updating, maybe not even updating Chrome. Maybe they need to update their Safari. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's an old macOS. I don't know exactly, you know. Mac has done some really terrible things with browsers. iPhone I haven't actually tried yet. Let me check. Can you make it fail on what's the word, on beta as well, or does it only fail on app.crackandthecryptic.com? I can't even figure out how to type into the address bar here, because it just selects it all, but it doesn't let me edit it. How do I edit the freaking address bar? Jesus. They really don't want people to do things. Sudoku slash... So I guess I have to type this in by hand, because... No, it's not the one I wanted to close. Not this one, not this one. Where's the one I was testing on? This one. All right, 4HJ or capital H, capital J, lowercase j, capital F, D, capital G, PM, capital R. Go. Yeah. So is like it's still working, still loading fine on iPhone 6. macOS browsers can use their own engines. Well, it's very strange because either way, it still looks like it's an out of sync execution thing. Have to use. It's just iOS where they have to use. Yeah. So. I'm running the latest Safari and it fails on both Mac and iPhone. So when you say fail though, is it like you refresh and then it works, or does it fail always? Like you just go here and it fails? Let's go back to Safari. Where's Safari? Come on, Safari. Don't hide. Like I've really tried everything. I can't get it to fail. That's with cache disabled. That's with cache enabled. What link is that? Can you let me know which puzzle you're struggling with? I mean, maybe this is one of the puzzles that somebody linked to on my thing. I mean, I don't think it's puzzle determined. What link are you like? What link are you talking about? If you're talking about this puzzle, this is just the link that the person already posted in my chat. But it's working for me. Alright, well, let's see if I can post that here. I'm not sure if I can post links in here either. Maybe I can. Can you post the link in my feedback channel, or even, you know, somewhere in Discord's the one that's failing for you? I still don't know what I'm doing wrong that I can't get it to break at all. And I've you know, I've been testing these things for weeks and months. Why is it loading this one first? Ah, because I'm loading them all simultaneously, I think. That's why we're getting those errors. What just happened? Where are all my tabs? Where are my pages? Is this Safari just closed all my stuff, or what's going on here? Alright, no, somehow it opened a new window, okay. Can you post me your link, the one that is broken, Tristan? That would be really helpful. Like, I'm really trying to reproduce this issue. Let me see if I can find something on your InSita stream. I'm guessing the links are there. So if I go here... But for example, I don't know if anybody has had a problem with the puzzle that he's currently trying. And I don't know if I can't even... The chat doesn't seem to... Like, I don't see anybody reporting a problem in chat, you know, as far as I can scroll back on the chat. So I'm kind of flying blind here. Well, not what I can see. I'm scrolling up and down. There's no reports. So that's why I'm saying it would be nice if you send me a link, because as far as I can tell, there's no reports here in the scrollback history. I can, you know, I don't want to spend hours off my stream now just scrolling through your chat. Did it open this link now? Is that the... Oh, let me try the one that you're currently doing. Here we go. Is this the one? No. Here we go. All right, let's open it on... Well, okay. Network. Let's refresh a couple of times. Cache is disabled. Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right, let's try it in here on Safari. All right. Let's refresh here a couple of times. Also, nobody's reported yet if they've been able to get it to work with DevTools open, for example. So it's a little bit of a problem. That's with caches enabled, now with cache disabled. It's interesting that it staggers. Oh, I guess Safari limits to 5 simultaneous connections. That's probably what we're seeing here. But still, everything works. Well, this is Safari on a Mac, so it doesn't fail, definitely. That's why I'm asking what people do specifically, because people claim it's failing, but when you just load the link like this, it's not failing, so it's not guaranteed to fail, right? Maybe it only fails when you're in the US, for example, something like that, but I don't know that, right? All right, but what version are you on? Are you talking macOS or are you talking iOS? Are you on the latest version of Safari, which seems to be 16.5 here? And does it fail for you 100% of the time? Does it fail for you only occasionally? Does it fail for you with DevTools open or closed? All right, so it works for me here, right? So we need to figure out what's going on. It's not guaranteed to fail then. So there's something on your system that's different from my system, right? 16.5.1. So I don't even have that, right? And I tried to update. So I like, can I force an update here? Like, how do I update Safari? I don't even know. Do I have to go to App Store? Isn't there's no check for updates. There's no check for updates here. I don't know how Mac expects one to update. Let me see. Thought I clicked on this. Doesn't seem to be Safari. How did you get 16.5.1 already? It's a system update. Alright, well, I guess I have to do that. Alright. Maybe the bug just got introduced, you know? Alright, well. Alright, I'm gonna take that off stream, obviously. Alright. It's restarting. I'll probably have to reconnect after that. Alright. In the meantime, I'll continue with this one, with the undo debugging. And by the way, let me see. On this phone, I don't have a lot of things. I don't think I have Discord here. Let me see if I can type in the tiny URL. tinyurl.com/ let's see, YU7 RK C4A C4A go. Yeah, even on my phone it works. And I accidentally pressed something and it's gone. Oh dear. What did I press? Is there no history here? Ah, no, here it is. Found it. Alright, so here it works as well. Let's see if there's a system update. Although this is an iPhone 6, so it might not have access to all the updates anymore. Let's see. System. I guess it's the same thing. I have to do a system update to get Safari updated. 15.7.7. I don't think I can get iOS 16 on this phone. And I cannot afford a newer iPhone, that's for sure. Alright, the Mac is still updating, so let's continue with the action list here. So what I want to do is I want to check if when set color happens, the state color is correct. Actually, we want to do the opposite. First of all, we want to do whenever a state gets applied here, right, we'll check the pen color. And I believe it's literally just pen color, pen color, pen color, like that. And then we want to output pen tool dot selected color. And I think it's state color as well. And I might have to get rid of some of this log spam. Alright, both of my Mac devices are updating right now. But it would be very strange if they coincidentally just introduced this bug. Especially since it's intermittent. So I have serious doubts that it will actually change something. So we'll still have to find a reproduction. All right. What we got here? A lot of spam. So state color 4, selected color 6. What is the significance of selected color in the pen tool? I don't even know. Set state color. Set selected color. Selected color. Selected color. So I think what's happening is the selected color is basically the UI color because we don't want to change that. And basically, when we are doing a draw action, we first check if the actual color, the state color, is the same as the selected color. And if not, we fire off the pen color change action in here. And I'm thinking that maybe this is not a reversible action. Ciao, guys. But then the undo doesn't depend on reversibility, right? That's what the whole replaying and state restoring is for. But it's possible that by the time the state is used, the event hasn't fired yet. All right, so let's get rid of some of this spam and apply state. We won't need that, and we'll just compactify this like that. Like that. Let's see how much spamminess we got rid of. So, pen tool set state color 1, set state color 4. 446, 446, 446. Set state color 1. Why are all these in apply state? Why are there so many apply states? Oh, yes, well, there's one for every undo. Okay. 1, 4. Set state color 1, set state color 4. This happens before that. Okay, the Mac has rebooted. So maybe I can reconnect. Okay. Are we on Safari? No, this is Chrome. Let's check Safari. Somehow it's not finding Safari. I don't even know on a Mac how I can open an application. Do I really have to search for it and it's doing a web search right now? No, here it is. Okay, never mind. Alright, so we have Safari. Let's get the DevTools. I mean, we can see already that it's loading still. Let's check the version now. So what did we say? We're looking for 13.4, no, 16.5.1, right? So I'm also on 16.5.1 now. I believe this is still the same situation. I mean, it would be very strange if it suddenly would have changed. Can I just reload it? Yeah, all right. No, can I get rid of this? How can I click on this options down here? All right, I guess I can't. Thanks, Mac. All right, so that works. If the cache isn't disabled, it still works fine. The cache is disabled. Still seems to work fine. And I mean, I'm actually on a very slow connection, so I don't even need to throttle it. From here to there, I mean, my connection is fast, but there's something weird going with AWS anyway, so this is not the fastest experience. Those flies are still around. Something happened with my plans. All right, so it's not the browser version. What Mac OS version am I on now? Let's find out. Nope, about this Mac. 13.4.1. So that's the same version of Mac OS. Maybe it's an Intel versus M1 thing. Huh. Have you tried it with the DevTools open and with cache enabled or disabled? Does that not make a difference? Let me know when if you can try that. Can you try that, please? In the meantime, I'll try to continue this so I don't it's not a good stream if I'm literally just waiting for chat. All right, we need to figure out if our color setting is synchronized and correct. So one of the things I'm wondering about is the event forwarding. I don't know if it's async. It seems to be synchronous. So theoretically, when this executes, the color should be updated, right? So if I do something like this, right? So we should have 446, 446. Set state color 4. 416, 446, right. And we probably don't want to even output that if the color doesn't actually change. Where'd all these come from? Set state color. So we can just do something like this. If these are equal, we just fly is back. Simon had an issue with a fly recently, I remember. So here's an actual change, right? So we should also do a little check here. If is not equal to state color. I wonder if I should... No, I shouldn't change the selected color. There's a reason I did it like this. Now the after, I guess we always need to output it because we don't know if a change has happened. So let pen change equals. Then we can do if and change. And then we can do the same thing on the other side. On the after here. So now it shouldn't output anything unless it actually changes. And then pen tool, set change color. We'll go like this. Actually, we'll go like this. "100% of the time." Ow. So if you're basically the same thing as me here, you just have the URL open and you press refresh and then it fails. And it doesn't do this. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Could it be settings related? Can you open it on alpha? Presumably you don't have settings stored for alpha. Instead of beta. Ah, yes, I need to let me deploy the fix to alpha. 1 second. Because that is broken right now and there's no settings. All right. So, let's do that. And it should work. It fails on alpha. Refresh now because maybe the failure wasn't... And your console is full of those errors that people have been posting, you know, the ones that look kind of like these. It's kind of full of these. That's so weird. Why is it working for me and not for other people? Is there some setting, something different? Can't imagine. Can you send me a screenshot of your console and the network tab like this, ideally, from your desktop Safari? Now it works in alpha. Okay. Let me push that update. Maybe that's the update that people were seeing. Maybe it has nothing to do with the other bug. Maybe this is a completely unrelated bug, and maybe it's this null bug. Yeah, it doesn't help that I only have one error message at the moment. But I can't justify spending time on that. So, beta, boom. Let me clear out the local storage, if that's possible here. So if I delete all of this, delete all of this, and then refresh. Network. I'm curious that it's not asking me for the cookie thing. Ah, because it doesn't work on this domain. It only works on the main domain. Okay, can you try on beta now? I'm suspicious that maybe we were barking up the wrong tree and we were dealing with a different bug. Alright, so these are the color updates. Now, interestingly, these are happening... Okay, so here you was just changing color unrelated to the states. But it looks like my event system here should be accurate. And with cache enabled... Yeah, so maybe what I'm suspecting is a lot of your viewers just never opened beta before, and they didn't have settings, and it was that bug, basically, that they didn't have... So this was a thing introduced recently where it just wasn't working for people. But it's not the bug that people were reporting, so it's a bit... So this does... It was a red herring, basically. Unfortunately. And it should also... That bug should not exist on app. Let me clear everything here and verify that this bug isn't present on app. It might be. It might be. All right, so network, disable cache, refresh, allow cookies. Why? All right, again, this is not the bug we're tracking down, but did it do the thing again? All right, why would it be doing this now? The server responded, but that's not accurate. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't just drag this with the mouse. I'll have to use the touchpad. Okay, one sec. What the heck is going on here? I mean, there's obviously not a 404. Well, it's not even trying. Can I get this in no sort order? How can I get rid of the sort order? I just want it in the order that it comes in. I don't want this sorted. Wait, now it worked. What the heck is going on here? Let's see. Does test still work? Also, this storage has not updated. I'm on a different domain now. Safari, it's showing me data for a different domain. Now it's updated to test. Safari is also a bit busted here. The DevTools. Disable cache. Come on. Reload. No errors now. Status? A 502? Where is this 502? I'm not seeing it up here. Can I get the status? 502. I wish it would just show me the freaking URL. Can I see some information about these? Okay, so it's in the API. Okay, it's not in the API. That we understand. Why it's giving me 502, that I don't understand. Let's see if I can bring this out here. Am I throttling? No. Why is it so slow? Alright, here we go. So why is this a 502? This shouldn't come back with a 502, it should come back with a 404. But on test, it's coming back with a 502. Maybe my Firebase. Tristan, that would be nice if you could, thank you. Maybe my Firebase configuration is not set up well. That doesn't make any sense. Why would that be different? The file doesn't exist, so it should come back with a 404 the normal way, right? I mean, we have API/puzzle, API/puzzle, and I'm pretty sure 4H whatever isn't cached yet. I mean, this is a minor problem, but I'm curious. I might have to take this, put it somewhere like this, and then take this and compare the two. And I might have done some updates to one and not the other. So if I do this, I should get a diff. Okay. So what's different here? We have Sudoku in both. We have WebUp. Test G-Sheet and Test Func. Those clearly are needed. Source known issues. I forgot about that. On app, that should go through. Used to go through. Yeah, that's not it. That's a red herring. I still don't understand why one gives a 502 and the other one gives a 404. And I'm wondering if that's related to something. But I don't see any difference in the configuration. So it's possible that there's a difference in the configuration server side. But anyway, nobody should be using that domain anyways. All 5 domains for... Well, it's good because it means that the bug that many people experience is the one that I already fixed. It's bad because the bug that people were reporting, including Clover, is not related to that. This has nothing to do with that particular bug. But at least that one was super rare. Unless it somehow causes this one, but I don't see how. And people are reporting it on app where that bug isn't present. So I think for now I'm going to put that aside and go back to this one and see if I can make heads or tail of this one. But as far as I can tell right now is thanks to these two events, when state is created, we're injecting the pen color. And when state is applied, we read it out. And I think we're doing it immediately, right? Like, we're not actually executing anything here. We're executing a clear puzzle. We're resetting the cells. And then we're applying the pen state. That's it. Now that I'm thinking about it, though, is that if you're redoing in a situation like that, now you might have a different UI state. So your redo actions might be different, right? Because let's say, okay, so what I'm trying to get to is, let's say, imagine the last color used in the state is blue, and your UI color currently is red. And then the next action was to draw another blue line. But now, oh, maybe that's the problem, right? I think that's the problem. Okay, let me see if I can explain this. Basically, internally, it's tracking two colors. The color that the last line was drawn in, or the color that the board is currently thinks it's in, right? The last color that was changed, it was changed to. So, okay, let me do this. Go here, right? So what's happening, I think, and that's actually kind of interesting and a bit annoying. So imagine, okay, I draw a green line. So currently the state of the board is green and the color that's selected is green. Now if I do this, all I'm changing is the selected color. The state color is still green. So in other words, I can do this and the state color keeps changing. But if I do this, I'm still drawing with the current board color. Now, if I go do this and draw this, now it says, okay, the current board color is green, but you're trying to draw red. So I'm going to change the current board color from green to red. So I'm adding an action that changes the color to red. And now I'm drawing in red. And same thing applies again. So the idea being that you can change the color a million times, but it doesn't pump random actions of just how you're updating the UI. Basically, the actions don't concern themselves with the UI. They have nothing to do with the UI, right? The problem is, it is looking at the UI when it's determining what the current color should be. So during the replay, it's probably also doing that. So when the replay, when originally, let's say, the state was restored green, and then the user continued drawing in green, but currently, because my UI says gray, it will restore green at that point. But then the next time it's trying to draw a line, I think it might try to change the color in a way that's not in the replay. Or will it? Yes, it will. So we don't want to change colors when we're unrolling a replay. And I have other situations where we need to ignore when we're in a replay. So to just remind myself exactly what the relevant commands are, let's go to replay here. And there's the replay play. And it changes replay playing. And I think that is the flag that I'm checking. So there's a couple of places we're saying, hey, if like for example, we don't want to update the fog when the replay is playing, because it would slow things down too much, right? And we don't update solve digits while replays are playing. In the same way, we don't want to inject actions, color change actions, while the replay is playing. So let's see if that in this replay that actually happens. Selected color. Set selected color. Pen color erase mode. Erase the selected color. Draw line hint. Yeah, no, that's okay. Accent select. So here. So we're doing a color change. And we'll do framework.app.puzzle.replay playing. Let's see if that's the case. This fly is not leaving me alone. Like, if you want to exist in peace somewhere else, do that. But don't fly around in front of my face. Geesh. Alright. Now the problem is, I don't know if the replay would actually reflect that. So what if I do this and then rerun the same replay? So now I've selected color 9, which I don't think the puzzle even uses. And now I'm restoring a replay. So act send. Because, yeah, okay, sorry, yeah, so that's not it, because this doesn't happen during the replay, does it? In fact, when we're executing these actions, and I need a better API for this as well, because there's no good API yet for extensions to, yeah, because right now I'm actually handling them manually, but API, there needs to be an API for these external tools and features to add their own action handlers. So here, the selected color isn't used at all because we're hitting, yeah, we're just doing the action directly here. We're not executing act send, for example, right? My phone, I think, is not doing anything. It's currently been stuck on this since I started the update earlier. Let me plug it in just to make sure. I mean, this is a very old phone. I don't know if the battery's still any good. Probably going to be happy about being plugged in. Let's see if this actually triggers at all. Yeah, it doesn't seem to trigger on startup, and it probably doesn't trigger when I do this. And if I clear that and manually bring the file in, it probably won't do it either. Yeah. Okay, so that isn't the bug either. So, is it your anniversary, Tristan? If so, happy anniversary. I just saw somebody wish you a happy anniversary in the chat. All right. This isn't the issue either. So, I still don't know exactly. Okay, it might be the issue. It's just that it might not happen in this situation. I've identified a few places where things might go wrong. Okay. One thing we want to do definitely is we want to add a way for somebody to change the state interval in settings, so they can potentially say, you know, next time it happens to ranks, for example, he could just change that and see if that fixes or makes it worse and makes it reproducible, you know. So let me get rid of some of these debugging items so my diff doesn't get too messy. 21169. So we have 2 lines here, and then we have a line at 2500 here, and then we have a couple more lines here. This one 2172. We probably don't need that anymore. And then we have all this mess here. Okay, replay save. We don't need that actually, because we can just bring in the replay without going through this, which makes more sense with this little bit of code that we have here. Oh, we don't need that anymore either. So we're excluding this file from consideration. And then in the pen tool, basically, except I did this return, which, you know, quote unquote might have fixed the problem, right? But I don't think so. All right. Let's see what else we got. We got accent. So accent I can also exclude, I believe, because I think that only happens as a result of user input. So this is not how the replay executes these actions. Thanks, Tristan. Yeah, it's a really tall house of cards at the moment, and I can't wait to get done with the update for the mobile app so I can actually go into this, and there's a lot of stuff I want to pull out and fix, like improve, without, you know, not just adding new features. I want to kind of, you know, the whole thing needs a proper loader. Like I need a nice, call it a splash screen, whatever. I need a place where I can, in an organized fashion, make sure all the resources are present, errors are handled, etc. with like a little loading spinner, you know. Right now, things are just getting thrown in there, and if they step on each other's feet, it just implodes. And it's not a good user experience. I would like to go back and improve all these APIs that I've sort of hacked in quickly to make things happen. And it works, you know, don't get me wrong. Like, that was the right thing to do at the time. But all of it was kind of designed to go back over later and clean up, so to speak. Okay, so this stuff is not the cause of the problem, which is nice, but it's also not nice because it means we haven't found the cause of the problems yet. So I need two things. I need one tool that lets me change the interval at which replay states are stored, and two, I need a way of letting it just outputting the current state of affairs vis-a-vis, you know, where the replay states are, and so on and so forth. Which might not actually be trivial because of undo and redo and all that. And there might be bugs lurking in there. I need like a replay analysis tool. Maybe it should be third party. Maybe it should be an external tool that opens a replay and looks at everything. The other issue is that the progress, the way I'm storing it right now, might not be a 100% accurate reflection of the data that's in the live puzzle. So it might actually filter out the errors, basically. But that's something from my brain to worry about and fix or figure out. All right. Replay state intervals are here. Actions per state. So actions per state. Where are we using these? Nowhere. Maybe we're pulling it out of the sea. Okay, we are using it. Whew. Let's see if there's a 100s in here somewhere. Game states. -10, 100. I think this was my test undo. This thing was really useful at the time, but I think it's a bit out of date now. All right. Equals 100. Boom. Actions per state. So actions per state is used exactly one place, which is good. And this calculates if get last state action, action per state, plus action per state. Log undo act. So log undo act should happen every time we're executing an action. So even a redo action, we're logging the fact that we're redoing the action, fair enough. And we're logging undo actions here. And that, I think, just put an erase. Yeah. All right. Let's just do that. So Log undo act, log replay act. And where's the log undo act? Log undo act, log undo act, log undo act. And then log replay act. Ah, okay. We don't log undos and redos as an undo action. So they don't count towards storing the states. Oh man, my brain. I should really clean this whole thing up. This whole thing should be separate from the main... the whole action system should be separate. And it should have a nice API. And the action system should know nothing about the actions, right? So the encoding and decoding of actions should be injected into it. And it should be just a generic system for a list of generic objects, right? I'd love to do that separately. Open source it, you know, make sure that it's generic and has nothing to do with the rest of the thing. And then it can be debugged on its own merits. All right. So, next state at. If not this in group. So if we're in a group, because we have action groups, right? If we're in a group, we do not create states in the middle of a group. And I'm wondering if that's also a problem. But then it would just create a state as soon after as it could. I'm just gonna put that in the chat. Is there something I can do? I don't know if I can do anything here. Oh, wait. Not from in here, but maybe from here. I can pin the message. That seems a little self-aggrandizing. All right. If I change this variable, because I don't know if I can change it, like, if I set it to a random value every time a action, I'm trying to think. First of all, I think incoming data doesn't contain any information about the actions per state. And the question, my own internal question I have right now is, if it's only being used when creating states, then I think when I'm undoing states, it's irrelevant, right? So I can't change it during runtime and it shouldn't affect anything. Because it basically, when we're undoing, right, this is execute undo, right, which has gotten a little complex over the years. We're basically checking, do we have state stacks? Do we have states in the state stack? Get me the latest state. If the number of actions is greater than the length of the undo stack, we want to pop that state stack off. Right. Until the number of actions are greater than the undo stack. No, until they're smaller or equals. If we still have a state on there, then we want to apply that state. And then we want to execute the remaining undo actions, right? So let's say if there's a state that contains 400 whatever, you know, let's have a look at app.puzzle.state stack. Let's see one of these, right? So for example, or one which has an odd number, right? So this, the reason it's 203, it's probably because that's the encoded cells. Probably because in fact, yeah, it doesn't encode the actions, obviously. Probably because of a grouping of actions, right? So basically then we say, okay, let's say we have 217 actions to undo. So we basically restore this one, subtract that number of actions from the rest, and then continue with the remaining 14 actions, and then execute them one by one, which is happening here. Undo rest for each, we're just executing them, and then we refresh all the cells, because the rendering should be disabled while we're doing this. Yeah, I don't see anything obviously wrong, but, you know, if it was obvious, then I wouldn't have put it in the first place, right? So I guess we're getting back to creating a debug feature with this option in it, right? So I probably don't want to create a new section called debug, but we can probably put it under experimental. And I'm just gonna call it debug for now. Or maybe, because I'm contemplating if I want to have a catch-all for different things, if I should just make a specific setting for this. And I'm not sure which one I prefer. Oh, while I'm at it, before I continue, let me play this puzzle. Let me have some fun. The other thing I really just need to do a lot is testing. Especially with these lurking, irreproducible issues. So I just want to keep an eye on things, you know. Let me make this big. Let's solve this. I don't know, it doesn't seem to have taken him that long. Maybe I shouldn't be solving it because I don't have permission from Tallcat, but since I don't think there's anybody watching right now, I think I might be in the clear. Oh, there's 3 people watching. You guys aren't saying anything, so I'm sure you don't mind. I'm just gonna solve this as a quick mental break. And as a, you know, testing situation here. So 1, 2, 3 in this one. 1, 2, 3 in this one. This has got a 9 in it. Oh, 2 more with 1, 2, 3 in them. Oh, nope. 1, 2, nope. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 1, 2, 3s, and each of those. Wait. So we have 2 1, 2, 3s in these lines. So there's another 1, 2, or 3 available. The same thing is for these 3. So these cells can contain only one of 1, 2, 3. And the same with these cells. Hey guys. And the same with these cells. And the same is true for these cells, and these cells. Now the interesting thing is this cannot contain any 1, 2, 3. So we have a 1, 2, and 3 here, which means no other 1, 2, 3s in here. So this can't be a 1, 2, 3, and none of these can be 1, 2, 3, and none of these can be 1, 2, 3. So this cannot have a 1, a 2, or a 3 in it. So it's a 4, 5, 7. And I'm guessing something similar happens here, although this can have a 3. So 1 and 2 is here. It doesn't have the same effect, though. This cannot have a 3 in it. No, it can. It's just this can have the 3 in it, right? Now we know there's no 1, 2, 3 here. But we need a 1, 2, 3 here and here. And we know it's not here. This could, in theory, be 1, 2, 3 right there, couldn't it? This cannot contain all 3. But it can contain 2. It can have a 2, 3 or a 1, 3 in here. So I'm sure this is a good start. I'm gonna fill this one in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I only have a guarantee of a 9 in here. What can I say about the horizontal relationship here? Because they do touch 3 boxes, right? Not cages, boxes. 3 boxes. Now, here are 4 cells. Only one of these guys can have their 1, 2, 3 in one of these. Do we have a similar relationship elsewhere? Because we have to have a 1 and a 2 here. But we have 2 columns, so there can be another 1 and another 2 in here. And this must contain one of 1, 2, 3. The problem is because the 3 could be here, we could have a 3 here. Otherwise, I could have just said this must be a 1, 2, 3. Are these guaranteed to contain 1, 2, 3s? No, because we could have a 1, 2, 3 here. We could have a 1, 2, 3 here, right? 2 of each. And same here. So none of these necessarily need to contain 1, 2, 3. How do we exclude the 3 from here? 2 of these can be 1, 2, 3. Same with this one, right? There's no 3s on the third column here. Yeah. This could also have 2 of 1, 2, 3. Could also have a 4 and whatnot, right? But it could have 0 because we could squeeze 1, 2, 3 in here. Or could we? Yes, we could. Because we could have 1, 2, 3 here. We could have 1, 2, 3 here. And then we could have 1, 2... Ah, wait. No, we could not. But we could have 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3 here and here. 1, 2, 3 here, 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 and here. Okay. Alright. So we still don't know if these must contain one of these smaller ones. And we can't exclude it from here either. Can we exclude it from here? I think so. Because we've established we have a 1, 2, 3 here. And we have established that these 3 columns have all the 1, 2, 3s we need. So this cannot be a 1, 2, 3. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We also know these, and these cannot be 1, 2, or 3. Anything else we can learn from the 14th? 4, 5, 6, 7. They don't contain 8s and 9s. Okay. So we know there's no 9s here, and there's no 9s here. And we need, and no 9s here. We need 3 9s here. So we definitely have a 9 down here. We definitely have a 9 down here. That means that's a 9 because of columns, right? And then this can't be a 9, but then there's a 9 here or here. Could this be a 9? If this has a 9, 1, 2, 5, yeah, I don't see a reason why this couldn't have a 9. These could be 9s as well. Then this would be a 9. And then this would be 5, 7, 8, which is not a problem. Okay, but we've got our first digit. That's not bad. Now these, okay, well, let's do the same thing here. This can contain a 9, but these 17s cannot. So none of these have 9s. There's no 9 here. There's no 9 in the 16. No 9 here. No 9 here. No 9 here. No 9 here. Anything else that jumps out? There's a 9 here or here and here or here. So we have a X-wing on 9s here. So let's do this again. Mark everywhere where the 9s cannot be. Here, 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 here. No 9s here, no 9 here. Ah, okay, so we've established there's no 9 here. It's good to know. No 9 here. So there's a 9 here or here. There's a 9 here or here. Okay, let's mark these. There's no 9 here, which gives us the 5, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. And it now also confirms that the 3 needs to be here. Okay. And we haven't excluded 9s from here or here. We don't have a 9 here. We might have a 9 here. We now know there's no 9 here. I feel like I'm saying 9 too many times. Too many times. 1, 2, 3s are all gone. So 9 needs to be here or here. But it can't be here. Okay, so we have another 9 down here, which means that's not a 9. That's not a 9. That's a 9. That's not a 9. That's a 9. That's not a 9. That's a 9. And we are missing a 9 from in here, which needs to be here or here. And here or here. And that's it. That's all the 9s. And this does not have a 9 now. All right. Now, this could have a 9 here. And it could have 5, 7, 8, just not here. So this cannot be 1, 2, 3. Ah, wait. It could be a 5, 7, 8. Ah, I was hoping to exclude a 5, 7, 8 from here. All right. 1, 2, 3. It's guaranteed to have a 1 in it now. Whoops. So there's no 1 here. Is this guaranteed to have a 1 in it? No. 5, 7, 8. So no 1, 2, 3 here or here, but there could be one here. Yeah, I'm just seeing. Okay, so like, do we have all the 1, 2, 3s in this row, for example? Like, can I exclude 1, 2, 3s from here and here? I'm not sure I can. I can exclude them from here, so none of these can be 1, 2, 3s. I guess we can do the same thing with 1, 2, 3s now. Where can 1, 2, 3s live? So, no, where can they not live? So they can't live here, they can't live here, they obviously can't live on the 9s. They can't live above and below these triple columns. And apparently they can't live here, and they can't live here, and they can't live here. I don't know about the 14 yet. Does anything else jump out at me regarding rows or columns, X-wings, Y-wings, that sort of thing? Let's see, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The flies bothering me again. Ah, wait a second. Top and bottom rows can only have them middle and corners. So these are 1, 2, 3. Yes. So here, I was wondering where the 1, 2, 3 is. It's here. So these are now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. So 1 of 1, 2, 3 is here. So this cannot have. So 1 of 1, 2, 3 must be here. But 1 has to be here. But it could be 2. Because I was just saying, okay. Yeah, I was thinking, do both of these have to be 1, 2, 3? And the answer is no. One of them has to be, but not both. 1, 2. So this is guaranteed to have a 1 in it. This one, we don't know about 9s yet. This may or may not have a 9. Do we know anything about 5, 7, 8 here? We know this does not have a 6, 7, or 8. And this one cannot have all 3. 3, 4. 4 is here. 4, 5, 6. I'm just trying to think if we could do any more exclusions. 1, 2, 3 on the center line. Because we haven't excluded them horizontally. I don't think we have. Only vertically. So we know where the 1, 2, 3s are here and here. And we've now sorted these. And this, and this, and this. The problem is this can be a 1, 2, 3, and this can be a 1, 2, 3, so we don't have that sort of situation there. But we know there's another one here or here. Same with here or here. Do we know... Let me get rid of these markings. I don't know if we know about 1, 2, 3s in this location. We know there's one here. But there's nothing to be said that this couldn't be all 3 1, 2, 3s, right? This can be 2. We forced a 1 in here with the 9. But we haven't forced a 9 in here yet. 5, 6, 7, 8. None of these can be 5, 7, 8. So only 1 of 5, 7, 8 can be here. So anything that requires 2 of 5, 7, 8, of which aren't that many actually, unfortunately. And they don't have much in common either. So there's only one that doesn't have any of 5, 7, 8. So this is not necessarily 5, 7, 8. So it could be 1, 2, 3, or 4. It cannot be 5, 7, 8. Wait, can it be 1, 2, 3, 4? No, it cannot be. Because we said we have one here, one here, one here. Well, we have 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2, 3 here. So this cannot be 1, 2, 3. It cannot be 9. Now, if it's one of these, is that going to be a problem? So 1 or 2 of these are 1, 2, 3, because there could be a 1, 4 here. And none of them are 5, 7, 8. So this could be... It can't be the 9. So if it's not the 9, it's the 4. If it's not the 9, that's the 4. This would be the 9. This would be 1, 2. Then it can be... It can't be 6, because then we need a 7 in here. So it can't be... Eh. It cannot be 6. It could be 4 or 8. If it's 8, the 4 would be in here. It couldn't be 4 from this perspective for this one. It could be 7 with a 6 in here. It could be 5 with a 6 in here. It could be 4. No, it could be 7 with a 4 in here. And then it could be 5 with a 6 in here. Yeah, alright, that's all I can narrow it down to. Where are you going? 1 second, guys. All right. Where was I? Sorry about that. So we have a 1, 2, 3 here, and then we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. We also know we have 4s here. Maybe we should think about 4s, because we can't have 4s here, and we can't have 4s here. So one of these is a 4. Two of these are 1, 2, 3s, and then the other one is whichever 5, 8 or of either 5, 8 or 6, 7. That's missing 4. Wait, no, one of them is 1, 2, 3. One of them is 4, and then the other one is either 6, 7 or 5, 8. No, the other two. All right. And here we have kind of a similar thing, right? So these are 4. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 6, or 1, 2, 3. Now, one of 1, 2, 3 is here. One of 1, 2, 3 is here. One of 1, 2, 3 is here. So one of these is 4, 6. Now, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. But another 1, 2. No, wait. None of these can be 1, 2, 3, right? But I was trying to figure out if I can determine if this is a 4, 6 or 1, 2, 3, but I cannot. It depends on what's in these two. We have 1, 1, 2, 3 here. We have 1, 1, 2, 3 here for sure. But then we could have one here. We could have one here. But now we know at least one is here, and we know there's at least one here. Ah, wait, we know there aren't any here. So there aren't any here. There's one here. At least one in these. But there could be one here. Alright, that's not the revelation I was hoping for. Can we say anything about this one? Because they only act as... what's the word? They only act as X-wings horizontally, not vertically. We have 3 for 1, 2, 3 here. So none of these can be 1, 2, 3. None of these can be 1, 2, 3. These can't be 1, 2, 3. These can't be 1, 2, 3. There's nothing else that's this clear. And we still don't know. Ah, man. Alright. 4, 5, 6, 7. What about 8s? So there's no 8 here. There's no 8s here. Ah, that's interesting. So this has got to be an 8. Alright. Alright, now we're talking. So there's an 8 down here. This cannot contain an 8. So there's an 8 down here. That's not an 8. That's not an 8. So there's 8s here. Oh, that means this is an 8. So now this one has an 8. And the rest is 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. So there's no 1 here, no 3 here. There's a 2 here. There's no 2 here. There's no 9 here, most importantly. So that gets us the final 9s here. And then this would be 2, 6. So no 2s here. No 8 here. And no 2s here. Okay. What else can we say about 8s then? We know there's no 8s here. Ah, so this doesn't have an 8 in it. So that's a 6, 7 with a 5 here. So now this... okay, we knew that already. What else can we say about 8s? 8 down here. So that takes the 8 out of this one. No 8 here, which makes this an 8. So without an 8, did we eliminate anything? I'm not sure. 1, 2, 3 here. Then 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, everything still seems to be up in the air. No, there's not an 8 here. Uh-oh. Ah, shoot. There should be an 8 here. Oh, I think we made a mistake. But now realizing that there aren't any 8s in these... I'm tempted to start over. Let's start over. I'm gonna keep the time to remind myself. So these have 1, 2, 3s in them. The 17 cages. And they have no 8s and no 9s. Let's do this first. This one was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this one was... Let's not mark that one yet. So now we know there's a 1, 2, 3 here. And 1, 2, 3 here. Which means our 1, 2, 3s are confined. So let's just mark all our... 1, 2, 3 locations here. So these are our 1, 2, 3s. So we know none of these can have 1, 2, 3s. Let's mark them blue. For no particular reason. So none of these can be 1, 2, 3. Alright, so now we know 1, 2, 3s need to be up here and here. So these are also orange. These are also blue. This one we haven't eliminated a 3 yet. Now, we know there's no 9 in here. There's no 9s here. So there's a 9 here or here, and there's a 9 here or here. So we have an X-wing on 9s. Let's mark these as in red. And X-wing on 9s. This one doesn't have 1, 2, or 3 in it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. So this becomes 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7 here. So let's get rid of the orange-blue markings. We'll have our red wing. Let's make this one purple. And then these cannot be 9s. Let's make them green for no particular reason. We know these can't have 9s. And these can't have 9s. And we know these can't have 9s because this does have a 9. Which means these can't have 9s either. So 9s could be here. But this cannot be a 9. So we know this one is guaranteed to be a 9. And this is not a 9. So now these two are no longer purple, but green. And these are also green. And now this one is purple. And these become green. This becomes purple. These become green. 9 here. No 9 here. And none here. None here. Which makes this a 9. And these go green. This becomes a 9. And that's how we excluded the 9 from here. Good. So 5, 7, 8. And this is no longer a 9. But this is a 9. Which means all of these go green. And all of these go green. These go green because of 9 here. And we had a 9 in one of these two. Okay. I don't remember how we determined the 9 from these. Alright, so purple here. So that's the 9s. We also know this one doesn't have a 9 in it. We know the 1, 2, 3 are here. So let's get rid of our coloring again. And now let's look at 8s. So we know none of these have 8s in them. No 8s in these, no 8s in this. None of these are 8, no 8s here. So there's an 8, there's potentially an 8 in here. It's an 8 here or here. So horizontally, we can kind of look at this and this. There's no 8s here. And there's no... wait, there's no 8s here. So this is an 8. Because of this 8 excludes the 8s from here. So that means there's an 8 down here. Right. No 8s in the 17 cages, which this tool doesn't understand. No 8 here. So there's an 8 here, which means no 8 in this one. So 8 and 5 goes out of this one. Do we have the same problem then, that we're gonna lose all potential positions for 8s? Yes. So I'm wrong about one of these assumptions. We're losing an 8 here, we're losing 8s here, we're losing that 8 from this one. Why do we think that's... because there can't be an 8 here. This can't be an 8, there's no 8 here. And it can't be here, because that would eliminate all of these. Oh, wait. No, there's an 8 here. I don't see where I'm going wrong here. The 17 cages do not have the option to contain 8s. Then where do we place the 8 here? Because this has either an 8 or 9 in it. And either option will get us in trouble. I don't see it. I really don't see it. So none of these contains 8s or 9s. Let's mark these. No 8s or 9s on these. So these need to be 8 or 9s, and it cannot be 1, 2, 3. Now these two can't be 9s. Right. So now we know there's a 9 here or here, which means this cannot contain a 9. Makes this a 5, 7, 8. Now this one could or could not contain an 8, but since these can't be 8s now, we also have an X-wing on 8s here, which means this cannot contain an 8. So this is a 6, 7, 9. Right. So now these cannot contain 8s. And these cannot contain 8s. And these cannot contain 8s. Let's make these purple. So we know there's an 8 over here. And we know there's an 8 here, so these cannot be 8s. So there's an 8 here. And this cannot be an 8. Okay. What else we got? There's an 8 down here, an 8 up here. Same isn't true for these two. So one of these is an 8, the other one will have the 8 here or here. Okay. Now, we did the whole thing 1, 2, 3. We know there's a 1, 2, 3 in here, which means 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, which means no 1, 2, 3s in these, which means this is 16 cage cannot have a 1 or 2 or 3 in it. So this is a 4, 5, 7. And then this cannot contain 8s. What does that tell us? Okay, this is also no 8s. So 8 can only be here or here. If it's here, and we have an 8 here, then it's there. If it's there, then we have an 8 here and an 8 here. All right. What else? What else? What else? 8s? Well, doesn't really help. I don't remember how I managed the 9s. Okay, so there's no 9s here. Which means 9 here or here. But I don't remember how I got the 9 to only one end. I guess because there's no 9 here, the 9 needs to be here and can't be here. Therefore, there needs to be a 9 here, which puts the 8 here and here, and puts a 9 here and not here. Right. 8 here. That puts a 9 here. So 8 here, so that's an 8 now. That's an 8. And 9-wise, 9's here. 9's here. 9 goes here. Nope, that's not a 9. That's an 8. No, not here. Sorry. Don't know what I was thinking. 9 goes here. So if this has an 8. Well, we know it doesn't have a 9 in it. 9s are here, here, and here. I don't remember how I resolved all the remaining 9s. So this definitely can't have an 8 in it now. Don't know yet about 9s, actually. So the 9 isn't here, and it's not here. Okay, so the 9 has to be here. Wait, why did I previously think the 9 would be here? I don't remember why. Like, I had the 9 X-Wing here, I think. But we know there's no 9 here. But the 9 isn't excluded from this maybe that's the mistake I had. Okay. I'm also a little bit befuddled about the 8s at the moment. This can't be an 8. So that's the 8 down here. 8, 8, 8. Okay, and 9s. So there can't be 9s here. So that's got to be a 9. And that's got to be a 9. So this one has a 9 in it. And that's 1, 2, 4. So these two would be 3 and 6 then. Okay, and then there's a 9 here. And then finally, 9s are here. And either one excludes the 9 from the 14, so it doesn't have a 9 in it. And I think these... Oh, there could be an 8 in it. Alright. This one has an 8 in it. It has 2 of 1, 2, 3. Now, what we said about the 1, 2, 3 earlier... That these can't be 1, 2, 3s, right? So we still... I think we still think that these have to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1 and 2 are gone. Or 1 of 1 and 2 are gone. So there's one more here. We also need some on this side. Oh, and this one can't be a 6. So it definitely has a 3 in it. There's a 3 here, so there's a 3 here. What else can we say about this? It doesn't have a 6, but it never could have a 6. So this one is not a 3, not an 8, but still has a bunch of options. This one sees 4, 5, and 7. So this can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. It can't be 4, 5, 7. It can be only a 1, 2, 3, or 6. Okay. 6 and 7 need to be here. Not a problem. What else can't they have? 5, 6, 7. No, they only can't have 8 and 9. All right. So for some reason, earlier I thought 8, 9 were resolved, but this time I don't see them resolved. And this is now excluding 9, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 6, 7, 8. Alright, it's taking me longer than I thought it would. But then, you know, Zetimath does it. It's probably not the easiest. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the coloring. I think it's confusing me now. Where else can we put 1, 2, 3s? So we know they can't be here. They can't be here. They can't be on the 8s or the 9s. They can't be here. Can't be here or here. Now, we don't know about this central area. Don't know yet. So we have 1 and 2 here. So we need a 3 in this row. So the 3 has to be... Okay, we knew that already. That's a 3 and an 8. And then 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's an 8 over here. Okay. This can still have an 8 or not have an 8. 3, 5, 6. Alright. 5 and 7. 5 and 7 has one or the other. This has one or the other. So of 5 and 7, well, they could have both or neither. But 5 and 7 definitely can't be here. Don't know if that's super useful. We have the same situation with 6 and 7 here. But since 5 and... Oh, wait. 5 and 6. No, but 7 is just the other one, right? 4, 5, 7. This cell is maybe a bit more interesting. So this, for example, this sees 4, 5, and 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this has to be... Ooh, that has to be a 1, 2, 3. Because it sees 4, 5, 7 on these. And it sees 8, 9, and 6 here. So we have 2 of 1, 2, 3. We have all 3 here. All right, so this is 4, 5. So this cannot have 4 and 5, but it can have one of... It could have one in here. In fact, it has to have one in here. But it could also be here, because this one could live right there. But this one can't be in this row at all. Okay, not sure that's relevant yet. So, this has 1 of 1, 2, 3 here, but only 1. So both of these need to be 1, 2, 3. That's correct, right? And then the remaining 2 are 4, 5, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And this one, 4, but they cannot be 4, 7, because then both of these would have to be 5. So these cannot be 4, 7. So they have to be 5, 6. And this cannot be 6. Why? No. Any of these can be 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I think. Except this one cannot be 5. The 5 lives here, which means these can't be 5. So we've got a 5 here. Okay, that's our first non-8 or 9 digit. And 4 and 7. 4 is here, 4 is there. So 4 goes here. And 5 is here. For whatever, that's good. 6s. No 6s in here. No 4 here. So this either this is a 4 or we have a 5 somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This could still be a 1, 2, 3. That's a 1, 2, 3. It could live here or here. Yeah, it doesn't really make a difference. These can't be 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, or 9. So they're 4, 6, or 7. And we have a 4, 6, 7 triple. So there's 6s here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. So this is a 5, 8 pair. Interesting. Now this one, if it has a 5, it would have to live there. There's no 5 here. 5, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Trying to think if I can exclude a third 1, 2, 3 from like one of these places. Like we know none of these are 1, 2, 3. That doesn't seem that useful. We know there's no 5s here. 4, 6, 7. We have one more 1, 2, 3 to put in here. Does it have to go in here or can it go there? This needs 3 1, 2, 3s. They can't. 2 of them can be here. So it can either be here or here. That's kind of the ambiguity. That's all the ambiguity needed to mess me around. 3 and 6s. Okay, so this was an interesting start. This one cannot have 4 and 7, but it can still have 4. And if it has a... Ah, wait, we know there's a 5 here. Ah, but we know there's no 5s down here. Ah, this one doesn't contain a 5. There can't be a 5 here. Now there can't be a 5 here. So this one is finally determined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And the 4 cannot be here. So there's a 4 here, which means no 4 here. And the 7 just can't be here. So we have another 1, 2, 3 here. Here. So they can both be 1, 2, 3. So there's a 7 here, which means there's no 7 here. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 triple. So this is 6, 7, 9. Okay, all right. I probably should remove the 4 pencil marking there. Okay, so one of these is a 4, but we don't know anything about 1, 2, and 3 in terms of these yet. Okay, all right. Making progress, making progress. There's no 5 here, but we can't guarantee there's a 5 in here, I think. I don't think we can. Now we know this doesn't have a 7, but we kind of knew that already. We still don't know about the 4s or the 5s. Yeah, 4, 5 here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 7. So what's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. That's all that's left. There's a 6 down here. Don't know about the 6 down here. Unfortunately, it would be nice. Would have forced a 6 up here. So this one cannot have a 6 and an 8 in it. That's not useful. 6, 7, 9. 6, 8, 6, 8, 9. 6, 8. Not super useful. 3, 5, 6. Could still be that. Alright. More deductions. Let's deduce. One of these is a 1, 2, 3. The other one is a 6. One of these is a 1, 2, 3. One of them is a 4, and the other one is a 6. Can we exclude 4s? I don't think we can. 5 and 8s are not under consideration here either. 4s are here now. 6s are here. 7s aren't limited yet. This could still be any of those. Well, it can't be a 5. It can't be... let's see. We can't put a 5 here and we can't put it here. But if a 5 is here, we could put a 5 here. Then we need a space for a 6. Can't be here. Could be there. Then that would force a 6 here. That would force a 6 here. That would force a 6 here because it would take both of these out. There's a 6 here. 6 there. 6 there. No 6s. 6 would be here then. And finally 6 would be there. Okay, that works. That still works. I think the 8s are not reduced yet, huh? If this is an 8, 1, 5, or 2, 4. If this is a 4, we need an 8 or a 7. 4, 7, 2, or 4, 3. Yeah, that still works. I feel like I'm so close. If you see something, let me know. I would appreciate the help. I need to get back to work. Actually, I need to take a break. I think the stream has gone long enough. I haven't quite gotten to where I wanted to get, but then I always overschedule. So, 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. Does that cause any problems elsewhere? This 4's... no, not really. What's the other option? 1, 5, or... What else do we need in this box? We need a 6 and 7 we have. We need an 8. An 8 goes here. Yeah, that's kind of meaningless. Alright. I'm wondering if it's time to maybe color the 1, 2, 3s. Because like this is different. Like this one is not like these two, right? And this one is not the same as that. And like this sees those two, right? So these two needs to be these two, basically. It means these two are equivalent to this one, and so on and so forth, right? So there's definitely something I have to figure out with 4, 5, 6, and 7. Where 7 seems to be the weakest of them. 5 is the most powerful, because for example here it can only go there. If this is a 5, then we have a 6 here. And we'd have a 6 here, and 6 is there. I think I've done this before, with this where the 6s would go, right? 6 here. What about... one of these is a 4. Could still have a 4 here. Alright. Alright. 1, 2, 4. I keep wanting to make 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruples across. This one. Maybe this is the weak one. If this is a 1, 2, 3, we'd have a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple across. And then this couldn't be a 4. And then these would be what? 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, that's kind of meaningless, really. If you think about it that way. Does this 4 and this 4 interact in any way? 5 and 6. Are we favored for a 5, 6 here or a 4, 7 version? I still don't know if these can be the same version or not. So we have 1, 1, and 1, 2, 3 here. The other two could be there. So we could have at most 2 here. Alright, let's do some coloring of the 1, 2, 3. So 4. This one, right. So this one is the same as that one. So this is purple or orange. Purple or orange. This is a green orange, right? This is whatever is in here. So green is in one of these, and then this one is purple orange. This is purple green. Maybe coloring these wasn't the most useful one. Like this one. One of them is here, one of them is here, the other one is one of these two. I don't even know. So this has 1 of 1, 2. Let me think. 2 of them are in here. We know there's 1 here and there's 1 here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do we need? 6. 1, 2. So there's only 1 here. Yeah, that doesn't really help. It doesn't really help. Hey, Blobs. Hey, 217Z pattern is centered on row 7. Can't be the same flavor. Centered on row 7. Cannot be the same flavor. Why, though? So, for example, if the 7 was here, couldn't I put a 7 here? And if the 4 was here, could I have 7 and 4 here, for example? I don't well, okay, I can't have 4 and 7 here because then this... No, wait, this could be 1, 2, 3. 4, 7, but then 1 of 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Because... Wait, Because 8 and 9 is out. So 1 of 4 or 5 is out. But if they're the same flavor, there's got to be 2 out, right? Okay, alright, so I'm gonna... I guess I'll color these then. Which means now this is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Where definitely there's 6 here. 5 is not guaranteed. Because the 5 could be here. So... there's a 6 here, which means one of the 1, 2, 3s would have to be here. What does this tell us about the 5s? It tells us this isn't a 5. 5 digits or 6 cells, yeah. So the same is true here. So this is the 5-6 variant, and then this would be the 4-7 variant. Maybe that's more useful. 4-7. 4-7. Can I exclude the 4s and or 7s here? Don't see how. 7. Ah, wait, we know the 7 is here. I could have seen that before, because where else would the 7 go? Duh. Alright. Can we do the same thing with the 6s? No, not yet. 7s are here. Can't say the same thing about the 4s over here. 4-7. 4-7. So we have 1, 1, 2, 3 here. 1 is 7 here. The other 2 could be 1, 2, 3. We can't say the same about... Well, no, because 5s could be hiding here. Alright, but anyway, that's progress. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. That was 5 cells, 17 cages. Some fun geometry tricks to be employed. Yeah, that's a thing. I feel like you setters have a bit of a advantage. But wait a second. Just like this was a 4-5, then this would be a 6-7. No, it can't be a 5-7. So this had to be a 4-6. Because it can't be a 1-2-3, I imagine. Because only 3 of these are 1-2-3s. But wait, if they could all of these be 1-2-3s? And could this be a 1-2-3? That's the question I want to ask. So if these are 1-2-3s, then we'd only have 2 1-2-3s. So this could be 4-7 here, and this could be 5-6 here. So this could, well, it's 1-2-3, 4-6. But that's true for all of these. 1-2-3, 4-6. I don't know how useful that is actually. That's not a super cool deduction. 3, 4, 5, 6. Could this be a 7? Can't be a 6 actually. It can't be a 6. If this is a 4-7, we have a 4-7 here. This couldn't be a 4-7. And the 7 would be here, and the 4 would be in these. Oh, wait. We have a 1-2-3-4. I've been looking for that. So we have a 1-2-3-4. So that means that's not a 3 and that's not a 4. And then these are 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. That's something. 4 is over here. Unfortunately, it could be here or here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 is here. 3 is there. But thank you. That's the kind of audience participation I require. Thanks for stopping by the way. All right. We don't have the same problem on the horizontal, on the vertical, because we only have 4 cells, not 6. But I feel like maybe there's a limitation after all. Like these are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. These are all 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Problem is the 8 can still be here, 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 even here. But like this one, can that be a 4 even? That's a 4, that's a 1, 2. This would be a 3, 7, and this would be a 3, 5, 6. That'll be a 3, 6. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I need to eliminate something from these to get a similar quadruple thing here, because that would resolve this cell here. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm curious, like maybe a 4 doesn't work here. If there's a 4 here, that'd be a 4 here, and this would be 1, 2, 3, 6. And that'd be a 4 here, if this is a 4. This is a 6, and the 6 would be forced in here, and that couldn't be a 6. It's not the same circumstance, is it? But, well, no, we knew that already. Okay. Well, we know the 3 is here. Does that do anything? It does something. We know there's a 3 here and here now, which means that's not a 3. It doesn't do a lot. It doesn't do an awful lot. It does a tiny bit. 1, 2, 4, 5. And there's 3 here and here. Well, we kind of knew that already. 4's over here. They don't see this one together. 5 and 6 are in here now. Wait, this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no, we knew that already. The 4 goes here. If I could get that 5 out of here, then I could match these 5s up with that. Same with the 4s. Don't think the same applies up here. 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 times 4. 6s are here and here. Can I say something about 6s? So 6s here and here. Do we have any? Oh no, wait. That's, yeah. I was just thinking, do we have a X-Wing on 6s perhaps? There's no 6 here, no 6 here. Oh, these can't be 6s or 7s. Oh, wait. That's a 5-8 pair. So that's not a 5 now. It's a 6, 7. Ooh! Whoops. That's a 7 now. And that's a 6. Okay, that's something. That's digits. 5, 5. 5 down here. 7s. 7 here, not here. That's a 6, 7 pair now. So that's a 4 and a 7. That's not a 7 anymore. 6, 7 pair. 5's down here. 4's. I suspect it'll be like that, but I can't. Ooh, this doesn't have a 5 anymore now. So that's a 2, 3, 4 here. 2, 3, 4 with a 4 over here. And that puts a 4 here. And it takes a 4 out of there. How does it get this? Oh, okay. From this 4 over here. That puts the 5 over here, which is nice. Alright. So that has a 6 or 7 in it now. So it can't be this one, can't be this one, can't be any of those. That's a 1. Okay, so that's resolving a bunch of stuff. 1, 1, 3. 6, 3. Okay, I think that might be the beginning of the end of it. 1's up here. 6. No 1 here. So 6. 1 here. No 3's here. What are we missing here? 1. Interestingly enough. I could say ironically, but I don't think that's ironic at all. Alright, 7. It's a 3. 2, 1. 4. Oh no. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. No. And to be honest, a complex puzzle like that, where I now know the break-in, I tend to start them over rather than trying to undo. So I'm just going to start that over. Oops. I'm going to reuse some knowledge like that. This doesn't have a 9 in it, so that's a 5, 7, 8. This doesn't have a 1, 2, or 3 in it, so it's a 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7, right? We know there's a 1, 2, 3 here. So there's an 8 here. No, not 8. There is a 9 here. So that's a 9. Right. There's a 9 in here somewhere. There's a 9. I don't remember where the 9 was. I think there's no 9 here. So there's 9 here or here. And I think here or here. Which means no 9's here. No 9's, no 9's. How did I resolve that again? There's no 9's here. No 9 here. So there's 9 here or here. That's my X-Wing. No 9's here. So there's a 9 here or here. No 9 here. Don't know if one of these has a 9 yet. Again, my X-Wing again. No 9's here, here, here. here, no 9 here, no 9s here, no 9s here. This, wait, yeah, that's where the 9s can be. Not in here, not there, not in here. I resolved the 9s before somehow. Okay, what about 8s? No 8s here. No 8s in these guys. No 8s up here. So we have an 8 up here. No 8 here. So we have an 8 here. That doesn't have an 8 in it. So that's a 6, 7, 9. No 8s here. So there's an 8 here. There's got to be an 8 here. No 8s here. I don't know about this one yet. No 8s. Ah, don't know about that. No 8s here. So there's an 8 here. 8 here. No 8 in here. Could this be an 8? I don't recall. Alright, 1, 2, 3s. We've got a 1, 2, 3 here, and we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. And that means... What does it mean? It means... Well, we know there's no... Yeah, okay, so we know there's 1, 2, 3s in these locations. That's not an 8 now. And we know... What else do we know? So we know... What did we say? Okay, so we know that these are different colors. I don't remember how I determined the color, the initial link to that puzzle I tried. Yeah, it was on Zetamath's stream today. So here, yeah, there's okay. So this cannot be 5 or 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it was based on these 3 going down this way. I feel like I'm trying to rush ahead and skip steps that I did before. So we had a X-wing on 9s here, because these can't be 9s, and then these can't be 8s. So we have an X-wing on 8s here, right? And this cannot be an 8. Wait. Over here, the 8s are here, so this cannot be an 8. So that's the 8, and then that's the 8, right? So that's our X-wing of 8s resolved already. So no 8 here, no 8s in here. So these are 8s and 9s. So that's an 8-9 pair. I don't think I even had that figured out before. That's got to be true, right? So this got to be an 8 or 9. It's got to have an 8 or 9 in it, and so does this. So any of these 6 or 7 ones can just go bye-bye. So now this is guaranteed to have a 1 in it. So that's got a 1 in it. It's got a 1 in it. We don't know about the rest. 8, 9. 5, 7. 8 or 9. It's 1 or 2 in it. Alright. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm so wrong. No, I am right. Ah, jeez. Wait, because I'm looking at these 8s here and I'm saying, okay, if there's an 8 here, then only one of them is an 8, but we still can't put 8s in these corners or here. Same with 9s, right? So either way, that's correct. But there could be an 8 here with... Ah, no, there can't, because there can't be an 8 and 9. So there can't be an 8 here. And then this can't be an 8 either. Alright, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't be a 6, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't be 6 or 7 or 8 or 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can have a 6. And we can have a 7 in it. Right. So we're down to these. And this one's got an 8 or 9. And now it can't have a 5 in it, and it can't have a 7 in it. So now it has a 4 in it. And I think we had resolved this before. And it doesn't have a 1 in it. Alright. Also, your 9 X-Wing is resolved. Because of that 8 here, I guess, yeah. So, let's put a 9 here and here. Okay. So, where does that put the remaining 9s? It's 1 here. And, down here. And down here. Alright. And we said the 4 5s were here. The question is, how do we know this? So this sees 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But it can't be a 6. So that was a 1, 2, 3. So we're done with the 1, 2, 3s. So that's our 4, 5 pair. Which meant if it has a 4, 5, it'll have to go here. Yeah, I think I resolved a 5 over here somehow. Alright, so this can also not be a 1, 2, 3. It can be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a 1, 2, 3, or 6. Alright. This cannot be a 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5. That's a 6, 7, 8. And these two cannot be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Now, we're not guaranteed. Oh, no, we are guaranteed to have a 6. This has to have a 6 and a. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no. We're guaranteed to have a 6 in here. Because. Well, where else is the 6 gonna go? So that's got a 6 in it. Nope. It has a 6 in it. So it also has to have a 5 in it. But it doesn't have a 4 and a 7 in it. So 4, 7 goes here, 5 goes there. And these are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6s. With the 5 not here and the 6 not here. So the 5 and the 6 go there. Okay. And that means this one doesn't have a 5 in it. Which means now this one has a 4 and a 7 in it. And this one also has a 4 and a 7 in it, right? Because... no, wait. I think I got that wrong. This one doesn't have a 5 in it. So it's the 4, 7 variant. So this one is the 5, 6 variant. Alright, that's what I want you to realize here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Now the 4 isn't in here. Alright. I don't remember how I eliminated the 7 from here. This is not the 7. There's no 7 here, so there's a 7 over here. There's no 4 in here. 1, 2, 3. 5, 5. So up here is 5, 8 pair. Which means 5 here, 5 here, 7. So this has to have a 7 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, but no 7s here. Right, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So these two are 4, 7, 5, 6. Can't be 5, 8. So this is 6 over here. But we don't know about the 5 yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But there could be a 4 up here as well. So the 4 could be out on this side. Alright, and this is 5, 6. Can we eliminate any of these? Don't know yet how. Alright. 5 cells in the cage must contain 1, 2, 3, but 2 are outside it in box 1. So these 2 are 1, 2, 3. Row 3, 4, column 4 must be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, these I already have. Row 3, 4, column 4. Yeah, these I already got. 5 and 6 are both in here. 5 goes across like that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. So one of these is 4. The other, no. No. 7 could be here. Maybe that was my mistake. Maybe I didn't realize that 7 could be here before. That's definitely... And before I think I had resolved these two, but I don't think I'm there yet. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, I guess. 5, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this would be 4, 6, 7. With the 6s up here. 6 here. 6 there. Before I had these as a 6, 7 pair, but I don't recall why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me color these, just get my brain something to break things up. So 4s are in here. So that's not a 4. There's no 4s here. What do we have in here? We have a guaranteed 4 here. What else we got? 8 or 9 is here, so this cannot be a 9. Oh, wait, okay, so that gives us the 9s then. These 9s. Not these yet. Okay. And 8 cannot be in here either. No, wait. If this is a 9, if this is an 8, yeah, 9 could... So 9 could never be here, and 8 can never be here either. So 8 has to be in one of these two. It can't be here, so that's an 8. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's where our 8 is. No, we got the 8s already organized. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, what else can we learn from these cages? So 5 and 6 must be here. No. 6 must be here. So 6 can't be here. And 7 must be here. Right? Because it can't be here. So 7 can't be here or here. But it still could be here and here. 8 in box 2. Okay. So an 8 goes here now. Which places it there. And that resolves our 8, 9 pair down here. Which means now this is an 8. It's got a 9 in here. So that's 1, 2, 4. Which is, I think, what we had before. So that's 3, 6 again, like before. This has an 8 in it, so this is guaranteed of a 3 in here. Let's get rid of this stuff. So there's a 3 in here, and then a 1, 2, and or 4, 5. And the 9 is no longer here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Alright, things are coming together. So 3's here, not here, and not in the middle. And it's here. And 1, 2, 4. Okay. This, I still haven't... The 7, I'm still suspecting this is where my mistake was earlier. So 6s are here and here. But 5s could still be here or here. Alright. Let's do a quick overlook. Okay. 8 isn't here. But it doesn't really do anything, does it? 6s are here. So they're not here. So that's a 6. Must be, right? Alright, so we have 6s here, 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 here. We have not here, but we definitely have it here. We have it here. I don't think that tells us anything about if we could have a 6 here or not. So I think that's maybe the next... it doesn't have a 9 in it. Okay, I think we knew that before. We have the 1, 2, 3 here, and then this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think we eliminated a bunch of stuff from various bits and pieces here and there. 6s go here. 4 could be here. Do we have some more... Ah, okay. All right, all right, all right. This is why the 7 is in here. Okay. I was hoping that was the problem from before, but it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Does that help us any further? That's not a 7. That's not a 7. So we get a 7 here, which pushes the 7 up here, which gets rid of the 4 there, which resolves this 4-7 pair. So now this isn't a 7. All right. 7, 7, not 7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right. So this is now 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4 is going there. So this can't be a 4 now, right? Because it limits a 4 from there and there. So that's not a 4. So now the 4 is either here or here. Which means, could this ever be a 4? Yes, this, and this could be 4s. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6. That didn't help. 6s. What about 5s? I don't look at them as often. 5 here. Don't know yet if there's a 5 in here. We don't know yet. Okay, that's not a 5. We don't know yet where the 5 is in this cage. Alright, 7s. 7s. Let's see if we have the right number of 1, 2, 3s accounted for. So 1, 2. I can guarantee one of these is a 6, but I can't guarantee the other one is a 4 or not. We know one of these is not a 1, 2, 3. So one of these is a 1, 2, 3. The other one is a 6. So then there's no space for a 4, which means that's a 4, which means these aren't 4s, and that actually has to be a 4-7 pair. Awesome. All right. Which means that's the 4. Now we've made some progress with 4s. In fact, there's a 4 here and not. So this now does not contain a 4. So 1, 3, 5. And then these are 2, 4, 8. Like this. 4's there. All right. What else have we got? No. Do we know about 4s? There. There. Not there. So that's the 4. And that's a... So this has a 4 in it. Not a 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8. All right. So that's progress. I think now I might have it finally. 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in row 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. Forces 8 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 quad in row 4. 1, 2, 3 in row 5. Well, it does force this. Might be the easier deduction. 8. That goes with a 2. No 2, no 2, no 2. 6. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, how did I... Ah, frick. I managed to screw up the eliminations of 8s down there. Yeah, I don't want to start over again. I think yeah, when did I make a mistake? Let's go back to when I put the 4 in there. Let's see, 4s. So I'm pretty sure I need to put a 4 here now. Unless my deductions up here were wrong. 8, 2, 3, 4. The 17 cage with the 8 is 8, 2, 3, 4 with the 8. 8, 2, 3, 4. There's no 8 in the 17 cages. With the 8. 17 cage. Oh, this one. Ah. No, but it's 1, 3, 5, 8. 2, 3, 4. But I eliminated the 4 from it. Where would I put the 4? One sec. Because this can't be a 4. Box 4. Box 4 can't be. Row 5, 6, column 2, 3. So the row 4 quad forces 1, 2, 3 in row 5, 6, 2, 3. So this has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. But we have a problem because the 4 needs to be here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be 5, 8, right? This would be 7, 5. So 5 would have to be in here. There would still be a 1, 3, 5. And then this would be the 2. Like that. Wait. No, what am I saying? No, not 1, 3, 5. It would be... Can't have the 5 in it. So this would have to be 2, 3, 4 with the 1 here. The problem is it limits the 4 here, so now we have nowhere to put a 4 in the central box. Row 6, column 2. Row 6, column 2. You think this is a 4? But then, oh man, okay, I'll have to go back to fix this 4 up there. So I thought I was onto something here. So one of these two is a 4, right? Okay, so my deduction was this, right? I have a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here, and one of these two is a 6. So we have one more 1, 2, 3 and one more 4. And I concluded this would be a 6, 4 pair, and this had to be a 1, 2, 3. Now, why is that wrong? Let's count the 1, 2, 3s, right? So we have the one of these is a 1, 2, 3. And this is a 1, 2, 3. So one of these is a 1, 2, 3. So both, yes, yeah, so that's what I was thinking, right? So that's a 1, 2, 3. That's, no, wait, we're not, they don't have to be. We could have this as a 1, 2, 3. And then two of these could be 1, 2, 3s, and then the other one could be a 7. Or one could be a 1, 2, 3, the other one could be 4, 7. All right, let's look at your deduction here. So you're saying 1, 2, 3, 4 goes here, and then this would be a 5, 8. And this would be a 7, that would be a 5. 4 is on this side. We have a 3 in here. But we don't have a 5 in here, so this has to be 2, 3, 4. That has to be the 1. This has to be a 4. Right. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 6, 3, 4, 3, 1, 1, 1, 6, 3, 3, 4, 6, 7, 6. All right. That puts a 7 here, and then 1, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 5. So that's 3, 4, 1. 1. That's the 1 here. 2, 1, 7, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Not the 2. 1, 3, 4, 4, 4, 1. 5, 6. 5, 5, 6, 1, 5. I tend to rush through things and then I make silly mistakes, and that's how I end up often having to go back. Sometimes restarting a puzzle many times. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this looks a bit better. So far, I think. 3. 3. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. That's a 5. So that's a 5 in here. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't think we can have the 3 here. 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3. 3 in the corner. Whoop-de-doo. And then this is gotta have an 8 here, and that I guess resolves the rest of it. 7, 6, 9, 8. Oh, 8, 8, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. No solution included. Let's do a quick check. 9, 7, 6, 7, 9. That looks good. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 5, 7, 9. 1, 2, 4, 9. 2, 3, 4, 8. And 1, 5, 8. It looks okay. So I ended up with a 4 here after all. And what the heck did I do wrong before? I even ended up with a 2 here. Or was that? I think this was the 4 before. So it wasn't this 4 that I got wrong. No, it must have been, because this 4 got pushed here. And that eliminated the 4 from here, which allowed the 4 here, which allowed the 2, 3, 4 in here. So maybe I had the 4 in here before. So it was... I did make a wrong deduction about the 4 and the 6 in here. Although I ended up with a 4, 6 here in here anyways. So I don't know. I can do... well... So far this has all worked. But then I don't use colored lines and so on and so forth. So this isn't really a good test of those features. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break. It's getting late. I'm really tired. Let me write down what I want to do. To do. Let's do a little to do. Let's just put that up here. And I'll do to do. Create feature. Create feature. Debug. Add. With setting for, let's just remind ourselves what the thing is called. Puzzle, puzzle, puzzle. The thing that's equal to 100, this thing. Setting for puzzle dot actions per state. And we want to probably do a 1, a 10, 50, and 100. Or something like that. And maybe 0? Like, maybe I can figure out a way of making it to be disabled. And then create some kind of action replay analysis tool. I don't know exactly how that looks. If that should be a separate thing or whatnot. Oh yeah, the double alt for the color buttons. I don't think I ever... So I'm gonna delete that. I think that's fixed now. Black Crop, that's fixed. Add birthday to Sven Peak, that's done. So now we gotta do remove from Sven Peak as an action item. Boom. And then these things. I like action list better than to do. It sounds cooler, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's done. Why are circles not filled? Ugh. I don't know. Okay, that's done. Maybe we'll move that up here. Clear that out. Alright. Alrighty. Let me just double check. Is this all clean? Let's do an update of the... Oh. And I think everything we've added should be safe for deploying to beta. In fact, I think I already deployed it. So it should also go to test. The cryptic. Yeah, thanks for checking. I might have been sitting here for an extra hour if you didn't stop by to help me out. Yeah, the 17 cages are interesting, actually. Yeah, they have a nice property. I can see why as a setter you'd be interested in them. I'm just gonna run deploy and deploy over here. Beta and production, update everything. All right, that's it. Weird stream today with some ups and some downs. Fixed some bugs at least. So I need to dig into that color, but I might push to beta to production before I fix the color line issue, because it's a very rarely encountered thing, only in combination with lots of undos and redos and things like that. So very few people have reported, but I've had reports about it before, and I don't know if my replay saving system is good enough to capture what causes the bug. That's kind of one of the problems I have. Maybe if I play back through it slowly, like if I enable the playback tool, which I don't really use because it's not really well built. Replay tool, show replay tool, here we go. If I do this, jump to the beginning and then play back, maybe that replicates, if that replicates the color issue with the undo and redo. I'm not sure. That seemed like he manually changed the colors. It's interesting that he's using SudokuPad for setting though. That's considering it has no setting features. I guess that's a or is he trying to solve it? No. He was working on this puzzle. So maybe he's using it for test solving, perhaps? Alright. Spoiler alert. Yeah. Not super satisfying today, but it's been a week like that, with chasing these bugs and fixing things and stuff. It's a little frustrating because it's invisible work, you know. You don't have a flashy new feature to show off at the end of it. Yeah, I can't wait to work on the editor, you know. There's so many things I want to work on, but I gotta get the mobile app updated, and it's just... it's dragging me down. It's dragging me down, man. Ah, awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've seen the... the demo of the setting branch I was working on a while ago. By the way, I recently went back to that and actually updated it, and it still works with the latest stuff, more or less. So that's actually really good. So hopefully once after the update to the mobile app, I can really go back into working on the setting functionality. I'd really like to get that to some sort of, at least some sort of early stage with some features that people can use. Because I think, you know, usability wise, I think I have a lot to add, you know, not just in terms of basic functionality. Let me see if I can find some of my demo videos. Yeah, like stuff like this, you know, that's just usability stuff. Just being able to drag and drop features. Even maybe not for original setting, but just for like after it's been set to kind of do the cosmetic visual version, you know, clean it up and stuff. Like I just want to have like something that's high quality, that's not arcane, because right now the existing tools are all very... they demand a lot from the setters, a lot of technical knowledge, you know. And even like basic things like being able to align two lines next to each other, two arrows that are side by side, rather than the tool forcing them always through the center, you know. I think stuff like that would be very welcome by a lot of setters, especially those that care a little bit more about the kind of the quality of the end result. Let me see what else I got. I got this one. That's for cage creation and editing and such. And I'd like to combine the two, the kind of dragging and dropping and editing on the board with the kind of being able to edit properties in a sort of inspector type interface. So you're not just limited to one or the other. I think that was an early one. And I think this was kind of for line editing. I was just experimenting with an interface for mobile, something that could work without right-clicking, without hotkeys, you know, just like long pressing and things like that. But I don't know. Yeah, well, there were quite a few people who would like to set on mobile, so maybe that kind of functionality is actually kind of valuable. And I believe I also did this one. With some Minecraft sounds. It kind of feels nice. Maybe there's a use for it, just for feedback, you know? Yeah. Fun times, fun times. Alright. Thanks for stopping by, guys. And that's for even the people watching this at a later stage. Really appreciate it, Blobs. Take care, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys on the Discord. And Toby just popped out because he hears that I'm finishing with the stream. See ya. Have a good day. Bye-bye.